taking a stream break because streaming is getting kind of meh. But I figured this would be different. I'll do a phone stream, which is always a little bit different, a phone stream. But I wanted to show my saplings here. This was a sapling I pulled, a maple. And this is just a clipping from a willow. So I'll give them some water. I don't know what I'm going to do with them. There's some pans I got to scrub. But it's pill time for me. Don't worry, buddy. No one's here. Right, so I'm going to take whatever this is, this assortment here. I think we've got, let's see. Hold on. Then I'll give you your assortment. I think, okay. A gabapentin, a Prozac, a torvastatin, 2 propranolols, and a Concerta. So I got work to do. I still haven't done that bathroom. I did talk to my shrink today. Having a Carlsberg on the 4th of July. Yeah, it is amazing how gray. I shaved down to a goatee. It is amazing, buddy. Dumb was right. My beard is much grayer than I realized. I've really gone gray in the beard. Yeah, hair's not too bad. Some silver on the side, but yeah. And here, I'll give you a little shot glass here. This is just a Prozac and a propranolol. No, I wasn't going to stream, but I mean, you got all stuff. And, you know, one thing, you're always very ambitious. This is a lot of shit to cook. Are we going to get this done before nightfall? You've got, let's see here. You did all this. You bought, what, 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that 5 pork chops or was that chicken breasts? Chicken breasts. Okay, chicken breasts.
10 burgers and 6 steaks.
Yeah, the hamburgers, the thing in the middle. And it's good, but I mean, buddy, I remember the last time we did this, it was like, was it November? It was November, and we got like an early snowfall the next day, and I said, so I haven't been interested, you know, we haven't done this all season. It was kind of chilly and rainy most of the season, but I don't blame you, but we've done this before. We've no pun intended, we've bitten off more than we can chew, and I think you might have, like, you know what I mean? Like, you don't want to not cook raw meat, so if you can't grill all this, we'll have to throw some in the oven or something, because this is a lot, buddy. And don't worry, no one's here, because it's the 4th of July. No one's watching this shit. I wasn't even going to stream, but then you came and did this, and I'm like, well, this is worth documenting, because... Okay, the burgers should go easy. Then the steak. Do you think you'll have time to go with the chicken? All right, fine. And this is all this shit I got to throw out. This is all caked. My brother said underneath. He set this up. Oh, and I got to cut the grass. There are some clippings in a wheelbarrow, but I got to cut the grass. It's getting to be an untamed jungle. And once again, I might have to buzz these back. They're not too bad, but I got this... I got a love-hate thing. You got this weird vine that's growing over things. I don't know what this is called. Maybe I should look for an app that'll tell me what this is. But in the fall, this looks beautiful. It turns like a blood red. So part of me hates to kill it. It turns like a blood red. But this is a beautiful vine. This one over here is poison ivy, as you can see. Poison ivy. I'll have to put some gloves on, pull that out. That's just poison ivy. Poison ivy, you know, leaves a 3. It's obvious. But I don't know what this one is. It's very lovely. In the fall, it's beautiful. It turns like I said, like a blood red. But oh well. Okay, so you got some briquettes. We got last year's briquettes. We got what you said.
Some new briquettes.
Okay. Yeah, it does look good. It smells good. I washed and cleaned these at the end of last season, so these should be good to go. These are our grilling attributes. We got a beer going, and oh, you said some lighter from last year. Where's the? You got some matches. What happened to my?
It's on the table somewhere.
It should. Yeah, it should still work. You don't have to find it now. It should still work. Yeah, one of those. Yeah, those elongated lighters. They work too.
I like that because this. Let me show the stuff. Let me know and see what I see.
Well, there are a couple of people here we've never heard of, because remember, this is, we usually stream on the desktop. This is a rare, occasional.
So what I was able to do is I struck it, and I went to one side, I got the flame going, then I went here and there, and I just left it in to burn.
Just left it to burn,
so
yeah.
I started like several little...
Oh, you can see, yeah, I see what you mean. You can, yeah, okay. As opposed to...
But then again, I guess that other thing, you can just move around.
Well, this is a bendy thing, huh? Okay, regardless, whatever you want to use is fine. So, yeah, you hope you didn't bite off more than you could chew, because you had to work today.
Yes.
And you took your pills? Okay,
I did.
Let me get my beer.
Your pills.
Yeah. And we got, so wait, these are the what? The briquettes that were here?
Yeah.
And this is what, this empty bag?
Looks like down on the deck.
Yeah,
This is my new one.
Is this open yet or no? Just put those in here then. You don't want to mix them?
Go right ahead. I'll do that later.
Yeah. It smells good, so we have... Well, do you want to cover it or?
Well, not just yet. Remember, I'm gonna do them, flip them, move them over, do the next. Then I'll put it on. When those go there and the new ones go on, I'll then cover it.
Yes. Al Lopez, Aureline Emule, and Caitlin Campbell all say hello.
Why, hello, everybody.
The regulars are here.
Yes.
How you doing, Horsehead? No, I wasn't gonna stream. I was getting kind of tired of streaming. I was thinking of taking a stream break. Then I come down and I see my brother. He came home from work and he went a bit nuts. He's got chicken and steak and burgers, and it's good, but it's a lot of work. And I'm like,
It is the 4th of July. It's a nice day. We can put what we don't eat in the fridge, and I don't have to cook for several days.
All right, well, I said to myself, okay, if that's the case, then
might as well stream it.
Might as well stream it. Yeah, but I'm like, yeah, I got that out. And, okay, so all right, we'll just do a little bit of this. I want to see later if I can switch to I've seen people do it before where they switch streams. Like, I mean, they switch devices midstream. The stream keeps going, but they switch from a phone to a PC or laptop, or they switch from Prism to StreamYard or whatever. How do you do that, Horse? You're the expert streamer now. Are you buns or?
Yes.
Oh, you really went all out here. Horsehead's gonna do some beer brats. What's beer brats?
Bratwurst, I guess.
Oh, bratwurst. Okay.
Beer battered.
Okay.
That does sound somewhat tasty.
Supposed to clean the bathroom, so I'm just walking around, drinking a beer, watching you do all the work. But yeah, if anyone knows the name of whatever this is, I remember in the fall, I cut it back last year. It always grows back in the fall. It's like a beautiful red. And there's some poison ivy, and those are the burgers, and this is, this is coming up.
Oh yeah, I was tripped on that card.
Oh, we might do this for too long. We only got a few viewers. I figured I might as well document since you went out of your way to. I should probably clean up some of these briquettes. And over here they've got, it's sometimes called the Tree of Heaven or a Chinese sumac. It's not a true sumac. It's growing down there. See that? I'll probably have to take it out. I'll show you. It's gotten pretty big, mixed in here. They grow like weeds. They're native to China, but they've taken over much of North America. So yeah, you got flies swarming around, but that's part of life, I guess. An undepressed wanted man is wishing us a happy 4th of July, even though he's a freaking communist traitor in some foreign country right now.
Exactly.
I guess we can wish him a happy 4th. I thought we were going to meet up in Waynesboro on the 4th or at the Midway Diner and go to Manhattan. What's going on here, buddy?
We don't know.
And yeah, and Horsehead brings out a good point. It's actually the 5th where he is now, I'd imagine.
Oh,
What time is it here?
Yeah,
what time you got? I can't see my...
I have...
No, actually, yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah, it's the 5th where he is. Oh. Now, my brother Clique went a little nuts and got a lot of stuff, and this is our first grill of the season, so I said, all right, fine, I'll But so when do you want to cover? You want to just sort of...
When I put the next 4 on, I'm going to move these over, I'll put those on, and I'll cover. Then, of course, I have to uncover to flip.
Yeah. There's plenty of briquettes if we need more. And Undepressed Wanted Man says he still bleeds red, white, and blue. But what are the colors of the Australian flag? Red, white, and blue. Okay, so yeah. Nice try. Nice try, Kami. Nice try. Ain't gonna work. Ain't gonna fly.
Yes. Red, white, and blue are the most common colors for flags. You might not have all 3. You might just have red. You might just have blue. You might have red and white. But there's only one flag that does not have red, white, or blue.
What's that?
Jamaica.
Oh, interesting. That's the only flag that doesn't have at least one of those colors.
The flag of Jamaica does not have red, white, or blue on it. It's the only one.
Wow. And there you go. There you have it. Okay. There's my beer. This place is a shithole. It's my fault. Look at all these pills and shit. Find beer. Okay. What's so interesting, dumb? The shithole I live in. You used to live in a shithole. You got some motivation, right? Oh shit, this is leaking. God damn it. Oh god. That's not good. Okay, there we go.
Is Dem actually here?
Yes, she is. You have my other vape?
Yes, I do.
Ah. Look at it. Oh, just put it in a garbage bag or some shit.
Yeah.
Well, you didn't close it all the way. It's a little, yeah. A little...
Yeah.
Yeah, dumb James, you sold the shithole, the one you visited briefly before you said you got tired of living in that landfill. Yeah, we're living like a dump.
Yes. Hopefully he doesn't turn down his place into a dump.
He probably will.
Like, yeah, I know.
He'll probably start taking it apart to fix different things. And I never noticed this. It's getting mature enough. This thing's starting to bud. Look at this. They're little, whatever, these little cones. I've never seen this thing bud before. It's getting mature.
Play with the spider web. You see that spider?
Oh, there's a pretty big spider web, but no, it's not the spider web that bothers me. It's this, whatever these are. So. Oh, it smells good. So you seasoned them with what? What'd you do?
Okay, so with the chicken, I did salt, pepper, oregano, and a little bit of paprika.
Oh, you did paprika. Okay.
Paprika. With the steak, I did salt, pepper, and Italian seasoning.
No garlic or onion powder?
No.
Okay.
Maybe, but with
Nah, it doesn't matter.
Because with the burgers,
But they're kind of thick. You get a knife and like slit them a bit?
I did not. That's a good call, buddy.
Okay.
But with the burgers, I did salt, pepper, oregano, garlic powder, onion powder.
Oh, you did it on the burgers.
On the
Okay.
burgers, I didn't want to.
You see.
I should probably put 6 of these.
Let me get a knife and do it. Hold on.
Well, there's a knife by the sink. Maybe even do it with the chicken too, just a little. Well, maybe not the chicken. No, just the steak.
Where's this knife of which he speaks? Let's get another knife. I like this knife better, sis. This is a powerful knife. You call that a knife? This is a knife. Someone's got to hold, yeah. While I go slitting and clitting. What you want to do is these are thick. And after you grill them, you don't really notice the cut marks. It's just to sort of make sure they cook evenly, and you also get some of the, what do you call it? The seasoning inside. So it's not just on the surface of the meat. You can mix it and put it over there. I don't care if there's burgers and that. It's all getting cooked up. I'm doing this like the one-armed bandit, but yeah, so anyway, my plan now, because I gotta get serious. I'm thinking, even though I need money, I'm thinking get this settlement from the auto parts place, or whatever it is, 13,000, whatever. Yeah, use that money to pay shit off, rent for a couple months. And then it's time to apply, because I can't apply. I want to do I was talking about this last night for anyone who cares. Social Security, there's SSI and SSDI. I ultimately want SSDI because I've worked for 20 plus years. I've paid into it, and there's no income limit. You can just, whatever your SSDI is, they don't check your bank account. It's what you paid into. But SSI, which does have all kinds of limitations, seems easier to get. So maybe get SSI temporarily, where I got to keep my account under $1,999.99, and then while I wait for SSDI. But if SSI is going to ask me what my assets are, I can't say, oh, I got 13 grand, because they're going to say, where'd that come from? For someone who needs money, why do you have 30? So I got to get this settlement. I hope this money comes in this coming week. I'm hoping. That's the 4th of July today. We got this 4-day weekend thing, but hopefully it comes in this week. Checks. Okay.
Very nice.
Yes, congratulations on the sale. It just shows what my life is, I've been relying more on, like, founded monies than on wages. So it's like, it's almost like a sign. No, that should be decent.
You just need like 1 or 2 on the side. Kind of
Well, I like to go, let's make sure it cooks thoroughly. There we go.
rinse that hand. Okay.
Yeah, in a minute.
Excuse me.
Why aren't we on our own Discord channel? I barely ever use Discord. This is dumb asking. I barely use Discord. And in fact, I should tell you, James, I actually invited, for shits and giggles, I invited you, Donna, and Dev Pike, whatever he calls himself, to this old server that I started back when Cassandra first insisted I sign up. So that's a very OC's coffee house. I created that like whenever the hell it was over the winter time when they the Starlings insisted I create a Discord. So I created that. I barely use it, but I invited you and Donda and he calls himself Baron Herkai. It's just what's his name? Dev Pike. He calls himself something different. But yeah, so you're free to go on there, but I'm hardly ever on there. Discord is like an every now and then thing for me. Oh, that's right. I can reverse course. You can see my beautiful Chad face. Ow. Ah, yeah. Dumb, you were right. I really am gray in the beard. Look at that. Ah, okay. Want to see something interesting? Not that I mind, but here, let's take a look here. This just broke apart. It's not worth fixing. These are old shit chairs. I want to throw them out anyway, but I thought I could at least enjoy them while they still exist. If they gotta go in the shit can, they go in the shit can. I mean, I could... I could tolerate it, but it's like what a pain in the ass. Part of me wants to fix it to say I fixed it, but then I can't even clean the fucking bathroom, so it's like, what about... Yeah. Oh, I got... Jesus, okay, this chair is basically garbage. Hold on. Ooh. What is it that broke exactly? As the stitching just came apart?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I think these are... Wait, this... Christ. Oh, this is your new one. My brother's boss bought him and some of his coworkers.
No, my coworker.
Not your coworker, not your boss?
Not my boss.
I thought it was your boss.
You thought wrong.
But it was like implied that you'll be using them.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't just a gift. He wants you to use them.
Yeah.
Well, these seem plenty done. These are accurate. These are plenty done. Well, that one anyway. Oh, this one's a little less cooked. This might have to. There's only 140 something.
Push it a little more.
No, this one I can tell needs to be cooked a little more. This one and. You can just tell by looking, this one's not quite right. I mean, it's close-ish, but I would throw them back. Put them,
Okay, bring it over and show me which one.
Hold on. So you can tell that one's going up. That one's good.
155 is the magic number.
Yeah. And these are barely breaking 140, so we got problems. Well, that one's okay. It was these two. 150. It's getting a 150.
All right.
This one and this one. These two seem a little under. Yeah, come on. Come on. Look at those filthy. Look at those filthy things. Yeah, since Brother Clique took the time to do all this, basically I did. Yeah, I'm not doing my part around here, am I?
No.
Yes, there we go. Oh.
Yeah, watch that.
Okay, now this is the chair that I guess the stitching came apart. See that? This is I went to go sit down and my fat ass broke it, and it doesn't look like it's worth saving. Just could I save it if I wanted to? Well, who knows? Ah, let me sit down here on this chair. Okay, this chair is a little more, yeah, stitched together. All right. So yes, where was I? Ah, your beer's over here, buddy. Okay.
Ah, another purpose for these things.
Yes. Were these the ones you bought or the ones I bought?
These are the ones I bought.
And how were you able to get them down? I put them kind of high. Were they on the table?
I kind of tiptoed.
Tiptoed, yeah.
And I grabbed the bag. Remember it was wrapped in
Oh,
plastic?
yeah, it was still wrapped.
If
Yeah.
these weren't wrapped in plastic, I wouldn't be able to get them.
Where's the bag, do you know?
The other two are still in the bag.
Okay, good. All right, where were we? Let's see. Okay. So. Well, I didn't get the settlement yet, but it should be, what, 13 something? 13,000?
Mm-hmm.
Hopefully that should come in, hopefully by August 1st. Can't apply for SSI. Like I said, SSDI I can apply, but that takes longer. If I can get SSI while waiting SSDI, but I can't apply for SSI if I've got 13 grand, you know, it's like, you know. I kind of lost track of the chat here. I have no idea what everyone's saying. Depressed Unwanted Man says he used to have a grill like that. Yes, it's a common all-American Weber charcoal grill, very common throughout North America. Yes. Once upon a time, everyone owned one.
It was the grill.
It was the grill. It's funny. My father bought it, but he was never much of a griller. He just had it. So,
it was like 2 or 3 times, and I like that.
So after, you know, of course, he was in that institution. Then they kicked him out. We had to move back in with our mother. After I got him into their senior apartment, I said, might as well use this fucking thing. He's been sitting around going, you know, just, yeah. And dumb doesn't make any sense. Don't be a fool, take the money. What the fuck are you talking about? I am taking the money. I'm taking the money from the auto parts place where the guy wanted to break my jaw in front of the boss and a bunch of other witnesses, and the boss blamed me for it, and everyone else is like, holy shit, that guy's nuts. You did nothing wrong, OC. Yes. Story of my life. And I gotta start telling my stories. These burgers look good, but we'll wait till they're all, and I'll help you out if you want to. If you want me to watch or flip, you know. No, I want to. Totem wants me to invest the money, even if it wasn't a scam. No, the answer is I want to spend them. I want to use the money for rent, give some to my brother, pay off the car loan, pay off everything I had to pay off, and then apply for SSI because I can say, oh, I've you know the magic number, the 1,999.99 bullshit. They're gonna know. They're gonna know I got this deposit. They're gonna know that. But that's correct, dumb. If I SSI, you can do SSDI, but that takes longer. SSI, they're gonna want to know your assets. So if I get these checks and I deposit them, and then I apply for SSI the next day, they're gonna say you don't qualify. You got 13 grand. You know, you can't have more than $1,999.99, a $2,000 magic number. But what do you not understand? I'm going to get this money. I'm going to use this money. I'm going to take this money. I'm going to spend this money. And then I'm going to apply for SSI. I said I got to delay applying for SSI because this, yeah. Well, it took like third time was the fucking charm. That's why, you know, I called the police. And the police couldn't have been any less interested. They were like, can't you just go through HR? And I said, no, this guy threatened me. I want this documented. They were like, they almost like if they could, they would have said, you fucking pussy. But it's like, not the point. I don't care if I'm a pussy. I need an outside third-party source. I was saying the other night, there's a saying, he said, she said. It just means your word versus mine. It would have been my word versus the company. I'd have no recourse. Because I had a third-party outside source, in this case, the police report, to verify that, yes, the guy flat out admits to threatening me. That was what was my saving grace. Otherwise, I wouldn't have a case. So, yes, calling the police and getting that third-party documentation, you know, was worth the effort. Totem, it's just a good idea. We should spend the money on the two of us, I think, hopefully, 13 grand to go to Norway. He said we can stay with him. If we factor in airfare and some things like that, it's probably about what? It's about 6 grand there and back. So yeah, about 13 grand should cover both of the airfare, and we can just bunk. Okay, Totem, maybe we'll do that. Maybe we'll buy 2 round trinkets. 2 round, well, they're like trinkets in a way. 2 round trip tickets to Norway, and we'll stay with you. We'll bunk with you for a week or two. You'll play some video games. Yeah. You'll feed us. Don't worry. When you go to work, we'll feed you.
You can cook sausages that you like.
Ah, yes, Unwanted. I'm glad I've been seeing your comments lately. I'm glad you're back. I know you and I might have had disagreements when Dumb was streaming way back when. I think I didn't ban you. I timed you out once because you were begging, make me a mod, it was your first time there. I'm like, you know what? I don't usually time people out, but this guy's got to calm down. Begging is kind of pathetic. So I timed you out for 5 minutes. Just then, Dumb ended the stream. You wrote a whole lengthy complaint about me, and Dumb demodded me. I remember that, but let's put that behind us. This is why I don't have mods. But anyway, no, I feel you, man, when you were saying how, because I feel the same way. It's not an exaggeration. Like, you know, you just want to die. It's like, first, hold still. Let me take a look. Hold on. Let's take a look at this since it's up. Okay, Brother Clique is, yeah, well, that one's probably done. See, you can't do it over the grill because it's going to give you an inaccurate reading. Here, I tell you, why don't we flip the steaks and, you want me to?
Okay.
The steaks need more time,
I
you can
need
tell.
tongs for that.
Let me get. I can get the tongs. Hold on. I had the tongs. They're buried under hamburgers. Jesus God. Oh shit! What happened here, buddy?
Over the flame too long. Fuck.
We gotta move them to the cool side.
Yes.
And this side looks undercooked. I don't know what's going on here, buddy. Let me move like. Move this over here. Move this off the flame. I think this can come off.
I'm gonna take the burgers off.
Hold on. All of them? Hold on, stop. These need to be flipped. Don't worry. Brother Clique is here to save the day. Yeah, that side's done. Give it another like 2-3 minutes. This is over burned. Yeah, I want to move it to off the coals. That probably needs more on this side. Yeah, that side still needs some. And this, and maybe we should cover it for like 2 more minutes.
Flip this over.
Oh, good call. I thought one was bad on both sides.
No.
Undercooked on both sides. Okay. All right. I would cover it for like 2-3 minutes. All right. But I'm actually glad. What's his name? Have some beer. Ooh. Oh, I'm glad. Alex, right? Your name is Alex. You're from Minnesota, correct? Alex from Minnesota. I'm glad you've been showing up again, because you and I are in the same boat. You know, it's like I feel like this big beautiful bill is like a big beautiful blow to the concept of needing. So I kind of feel like it's now or never to get on, you know, SSI, which I want to do anyway. Even before this big beautiful bill, I was going to call this stream. I'll do it next time. No, it's like no country for old white spurred men, because, you know, in my 20s I could still get a job fairly easy. In my 30s, it's getting harder. I'm getting older. I'm a white man in a world that's more and more anti-white. I can't just bounce back physically or who I am demographically and get a job like I used to in the past. So it's getting scary. And I feel the same. It's like autism is a disability, but they're going to say you're able-bodied because you're not in a fucking wheelchair or whatever. You know, so it's. I feel the same way. Now, okay, so I'm sorry. It's different when you do this on a phone because I can't keep up with the chat.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. Well, more importantly, they're talking about DBF for some reason. What I want to know, Alex, it's Alex, right? Unwanted from Minnesota, correct? What did you apply for? SSI, SSDI, both? Some kind of state supplemental? Did you, what is your official diagnosis? You got an official, like, you know, from a psychologist or neurologist or neuropsychologist, you have an official diagnosis of what? Oh, you're not Alex? I thought there was a guy named Alex Unwanted. Alex last name. I could have sworn that was you. Where are you from, Unwanted? Could have sworn this was the guy. All right, let's take a look now. Let's go back over, take a look. I thought you were the Alex from Minnesota. Okay. Yeah, I guess you're looking good. All right, we can probably. Why is this? Okay, we can probably pull now. All right. Oh. Why do you keep saying, yeah. Well, Totem, in your case, I guess this is done as shit. You can test it. Totem has autism, but in Totem's case, it's a blessing. It's a secret superpower. He wouldn't have that great job in Norway. He'd still be in Sweden milking a cow if he didn't have his autism superpower. So he doesn't need the disability benefits. But some of us, those of us who don't have genius superpowers, because we admit, Totem, you're a rocket scientist, brilliant, whatever you are. We are morons. We've established this. So by your own admission, oh genius one, you don't need the neat fucks. We do. We're the autistic failures. You're the autistic genius. How are these looking? Plus, you're in Norway, and you're Swede in Norway. I wouldn't even know what your neat books are. We're talking about Social Security, all American. Well, actually, if Unwanted isn't Alex from Minnesota, then who is he? What state you're from? You're an American Unwanted, and where you're from? Well, that's nice, Unwanted. We don't have the luxury of living with our parents. Well, can I ask, you have to give an address, but what state are you from, Unwanted? What state are you from?
The steaks have to go back on.
I think so, too. They look burned in parts,
Yeah.
uncooked in others. Okay, so. Keep it on that side. We'll cover it again. Ow, I didn't trip over that fucking thing.
Even this guy.
Yeah, I think so, too. They're burned on one side, but
We didn't move them over.
you can't just go based upon how it looks. You got to go upon, it's got to cook thoroughly throughout. Thank God someone put slits in these buddies. Yeah, these can stay on another few minutes. Okay. Oh, that's right. You can't sit down because you have briquettes. I'll clean the briquettes up in a minute. You want to sit down?
No, I don't.
Because I'm afraid if I mix the old briquettes with the new ones, are they bad, or can we mix them, or what do we?
I threw in 5 of. I mean, I took the bag. I dumped my new ones in. I threw in 5 of the old.
We'll just mix them all together. All right.
Plus, how can briquettes go bad unless they're like you put them in a bucket of water?
Yeah, well, if they got rained on or snowed on and got too, damp and soggy inside, even if right, do they absorb too much
But then
moisture?
we had those hot days. It would have dropped.
Yeah, they should be fine. We'll use them. If they don't burn, they just can sit there. I'll throw them. Yeah, all right. All right, so Unwanted is in his kind of pushing his mid-20s. What does that mean? He's 17. How are you kind of pushing your mid-20s? What, your early 20s? Yeah. But you don't have to give a state or an address. Well, a state. Don't give it city. Where are you from? You're from Jersey. You're from Texas. You're from Florida. You're from Minnesota. Where are you? I could have sworn you were from Minnesota. Who the hell was that guy then? That's one thing I got going for me. Being in my mid-40s and having worked since I was a teenager, I at least pay, shit jobs, yes, but I've paid into Social Security for decades now. At least I have that going for me, man. Which is why I ultimately want SSDI. Oh, it smells pretty good. You'll let that sit along. It's okay. Rather have a little burn than undercooked, and we'll do the other steaks and. Well, here. Tell you what, why don't you look? Here, come over. Wherever you want to go to that side, it's going to be on you. I'll put the briquettes away. You can just look at these people and talk and say hi.
Let's see.
Stand over here so you have that to your background. It's nice because the sun's coming. Yeah. Wherever you want to sit. Let me get a chair.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, this is the new one, right?
This chair is very uncomfortable.
They're all very uncomfortable, buddy. And this we should probably burn, right? Did you throw some bags in or no?
Yeah, I did. A couple of brown bags.
Yeah.
Alright, so Unwanted is kind of. I wish we could time him out. I will say Ohio, but it might not be Ohio. That's not the game that we play here.
Hey, real quick. Yeah. You hear the camera switches? No. See this? Hit this switcheroo circle. Yeah, this was last year's. Yeah, it fell apart, but it's okay. Yeah, but I think it's switcheroo back. See how the switcheroo works?
Nice switcheroo. Alright, underpressed wanted man, what's going on?
Look at this fucking mess. Actually, give me this for a minute. Okay. Look.
Here's the bag.
Look at this fucking mess I gotta pick up now. Oh my god, or I'll okay. Talk to whomever.
Alright. I'm back, everybody. I just,
My god, buddy.
wanted to do some grilling. So we're doing some.
Oh, wow.
Thank you, Mebanks.
Oh. Numbnuts is here. Ask him what his problem is. Ask him what happened to the Midway Diner.
Yeah, what happened to the Midway Diner?
At Perkins in downtown Houston.
Horsehead, I'm doing as okay as I can.
Take it off. Hold on, let me see something. That's getting better.
Okay.
Better.
So, James, did you do anything with the 4th of July, or that's just behind you now? What happened?
There's a commie traitor. He doesn't give a shit. He's a
No,
commie.
no, I did not. I worked today. I got out instead of getting out at 2:30. Instead of getting out at 3:30, I got out at 2:30, so I'm home a little earlier. But no, I only have one day off a week.
I gotta blow my nose. Give me a sec.
Good for you. So my only day off is gonna be Monday. So Saturday, Sunday, I gotta work. I'll be off Monday, and then 6 days in a row. How's the employment in Australia? Are you eligible for working yet, or that's still a hurdle? Okay, fair enough. Oh, undepressed one. Man, you're the #1 guy with the crown. Very good. All right, so Unwanted is some sort of investing guru. He makes a lot of money. Why don't you just retire and buy an island and live out your days? All right, Dom, keep up with that paperwork. 10 to 15 years unwanted. What the hell?
What's he saying?
He invested money. He started investing. He's up $3,000.
Wait, 10 to 15 years. He said he was early 20s.
It says that his investments will pay off in 15 years.
What, he bought bonds or what?
I don't know. Yeah. What did you invest in? Give us some advice. And wanted.
If he bought stock, there's no way to know. Go up or down. He bought bonds.
Okay. What are you buying, Unwanted? Tell us what we should invest in. Give us some advice. Guide us, please.
I've been naughty for Christmas. Christmas in July. Hole in my stocking. Hold on. And I can get a broom later on and sweep this here. Actually, don't flip. Let's come over see. See that? Shove them in the cold, sir.
That's not good.
I'll take this off in a minute. Hold on. Let me wash my hands. Okay, I'll take them off. You can give me a sec, and you can check them if you want. But I think they should be goodish right now. Then again, the flame might be dying down.
All right. Yeah, Horsehead. When my brother first told me he was let go from Amazon, I was shocked. I thought he would be there for a few months, and they would record him vaping and get him for vaping, but not wearing the seatbelt. I was just baffled.
Try this one. Check that one.
Right.
You can do it well. You can do one hand. You don't need 2 hands for that.
No, I don't. Let's check this bigger.
This one might be overdone, but
yeah, it's done. It's gone up to 185.
oh, this one. This is a juicier one, but yeah.
It's gone up to 194, 195. So yeah, they're all done by now.
What about this hunch of stock? This hunch of stock.
Okay.
Burned on one side. It's supposed to be what?
Like 165.
What do you got? 149? Wow.
Yeah, am I like poking through? Is that what the problem is?
This turns over. I can put it back on. I might have to relight. You have to relight the.
Yeah, it's holding at 146. What does this say?
It's got to be back on. And in fact, I think I got to add some more lighter fluid here.
Yeah.
Let's do that.
Well, according to this, medium rare is 130.
I'd like to get a little higher. All right, so I could add more briquettes, but here you can check these two while I see. Should I just? Where's the lighter fluid?
It's right here.
Okay. There we go. If I open up, add more briquettes, but I don't feel like doing it. What are you getting?
This is struggling to get to 154.
Okay. I'll put these back on. I'd rather not add more briquettes unless we absolutely have to, just because it's kind of a pain in the ass at this point. But we can do it for the next thing of steak.
This is also getting to 150.
Okay. What's magic? 155, 160?
The magic number is 160.
Yeah, it's got to be on for at least another 5 minutes or so. See, this looks good. This side here, show this. Yeah. This looks good. You flip the damn thing over. This side looks a little burned. This one looks okay. It's got a. I'm sure you could eat it now, but we should probably, you know.
Yes, play it safe.
Especially when it's Brother Clique who did most of the grilling. Yes. I'm a fuck up and failure, but I think I'm a better. Well, I'm not a better, but I'm a slightly more seasoned grill meister. I don't know, but you'll learn.
That is debatable.
Debatable, yes. You can sit down. Okay. There's a mess, so I'll get rid of this. But all the charcoal has been condensed. We got some burgers, which we'll have in a minute. I think we're going to cook first. We got 3 more steaks. Yeah, I like food. Don't get me wrong. I do love to eat. I'm just like, bro, don't go crazy. Because we did this once. Was it last year? It was later in the season. It was getting cold. And I remember we were like in our winter jackets.
Yeah.
And I remember trying to finish that last steak, and it was getting dark. So it's like you can easily overwhelm yourself. But I even said, I wish it were summer. Back then, whenever that was, November, I said in summertime it's warmer and you get long. So I guess this is the right time to do this if you're going to play it close. Yes. And today wasn't too hot. It was actually kind of cool today. It was chilly overnight. Yeah. It cooled down. It was like it rained last night. It was chilly. It was what, in the 50s, I'd say, 50s Fahrenheit.
Oh, yeah.
Right now it's probably in the 70s. So it's actually fairly, for this time of year, a bit cooler. Yeah, we had that heat wave and now it's just okay. So what's going on?
I don't know, I was looking at the food. I kind of they were talking.
Yeah, Rafterman in Maryland, who has no concept of money or food, says it's all a waste. Explain why this is not a waste. Because we're not going to eat all this tonight. Correct. No, you're looking at our dinner for the next 2-3 days, 4 days maybe. Yeah, or like tomorrow, if he wants for lunch, or I can have a hamburger tomorrow night. Have chicken. Or we're going to cook this now and have food for the next. You've never done that before, so no, this isn't. Yeah, what you thought? What? Yeah, wait, I'll have a hamburger, he'll have a steak, and we'll throw the rest away. Well, come on, man. Yeah, Jesus Christ. He says it's more than 4 days. I don't believe that. Because how many burgers were there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You and I could each have like
3. If we're really hungry, 3 and 3. That leaves 4.
I love steak so much that even when I'm not hungry, I can eat a steak. Yeah. And the chicken, that'll be like the meal. So yeah, no, this is
at least 3.
At least 3. 3 days. He says more than 4, but he has no concept of time or money. So yeah. Now this is probably 3 days. 3 days worth of meal. Because we haven't eaten yet. I'm not super hungry, but I'm definitely have a burger. I'm probably gonna have a steak tonight. Maybe a second burger or a second steak. Same thing tomorrow. A couple burgers, steak. Yeah, this is at least I'd say 3 days. 4 is kind of pushing it.
Yes. If there's anything left on the 4th day, just like a snack, it's not. Yeah.
No, we don't. That's the thing. We really don't eat too much. It's food goes quickly, man.
Because I also haven't eaten at all. No breakfast, no lunch. Yeah. So yeah, this is gonna be.
So you were thinking all day, ooh, do some grilling.
Yeah, it was on my mind. These steaks looked real good. So did that chicken breast. Ground beef was on sale. So I'm like, what the hell?
Well, what I want to do after these steaks are done, even though it's gonna be a pain in the ass. We're going to have to lift up this lid and add a few more briquettes. Because these, even though they're just still cooking, they might be cooling down. We should probably, not a ton, just add a few fresh ones for the next round of steaks and, what do you call it, chicken.
Yes.
We could try. Man, they'll probably give them another minute or 2. Remember, when you grill, this is just for the audience. You don't want to close it all the way. You want to, I leave this open. Some people close it. I hate doing it. I just leave that open. But I also leave a little slit for the, because you want some, you don't want to smoke it. Unless you're making salmon or something,
You need air.
You need air to flow through it. Well, some people close it all the way and they just leave this open,
this isn't a smoker. I don't think you could smoke anything.
Oh, there are people who try to play games and smoke things in grills. Oh yeah, people try to play those games. Yeah. They have those hickory chips. Yeah, I've seen it done. I'm not suggesting it. I'm just saying it's been done. Barker, I'm glad some Americans are finally filling in. Because first we're talking to Totem, who's a Swedish Norwegian piece of shit. Then I'm talking to Depressed Unwanted Man, who's a fucking commie traitor who fled to Australia. It's good to see some fellow Americans. And we also got Guillermo, who's down in Bolivia, where the fuck he is. No, it's good to see some real Americans like Horsehead Nebula and Parker Peters and Rafterman Valley, and there was someone else. Well, Unwanted. I could have sworn there was a guy. His name was Alex. Last name man. Alex Unwanted. He was from Minnesota. You're telling me this is a different Unwanted? Okay, well, whoever you are,
A lot of unwanted people out
A
there.
lot of unwanted. This is for all the unwanted people. Oh. Yes, we're all Amerifats, so of course we know. We know what fat food is, of course. You cannot eat too much meat. It's impossible to get fat from it. Okay. But what about all the seasonings too? That the stuff we add, like when you add like egg or milk to a burger. Not that we did that here, but
Yeah.
I don't know if something. Yeah. So Totem says we can't get fat from meat. So what are we getting fat from? The carbs. Explain. You see what my dinner is the next 3 nights. Explain this. How do you explain this? If this is all I'm eating.
I think it must be this.
Oh. Oh.
That's a big part of it.
I saw this as like bread, like, you know.
Well, bread is carbs.
The body and blood of Christ in one. All right. So we'll take that. Let's give it, I don't want to go nuts. Another minute or 2, and then we'll put some more briquettes on. Yes. Should I grab something to open?
I got these things.
Yeah, we'll use that. Oh, we can also, if you want.
We'll use that.
Yeah, we'll use this. Okay.
I guess we'll transition that inside.
No, it's okay. We just need a little more room. We should need a second table. There we go. Okay, that's fine. We can put that there. That chair can be good for something. Yes. Okay, yeah, because I got... Oh, all right. All last year, these things were fucking filthy. I finally cleaned them for the season, put them away, and they're nice and clean now. It doesn't get filthy again, but I'll, you know. All right, so where were we? Beer is bread soda. That it is, Horsehead. Beer is liquid carbs. Guillermo, cerveza es bueno, amigo. Es pan de, you know, de Cristos. Jesus.
Nuestro primo Guillermo. ¿Te gusta cervezas, Guillermo?
I'll pull a steak off and you can tell me what you think.
All right, then. I'll get the lid again.
That doesn't matter.
Oh, it doesn't.
Let's get this one. This is burned on top, but the bottom side, okay. I think it's okay. If not, we'll put it back on. Yeah, a little charred on the top, yes. Stayed over the flame too long. The other side wasn't cooked. Kind of looks like West Virginia, doesn't it? State of West Virginia?
Yes, it does.
Okay, it's 155 is the magic number?
Yes, sir.
Amazingly, we can't break 155.
Like, am I poking through or something?
But you know, I'm not going to put it back on. If it's 153, that's life. I'm surprised. You thought all this time it's spent on there. I think the briquettes are dying. We need more.
The briquettes are dying.
Yes, we need more fuel.
So if we look at this thing, medium is 140.
It's not the point. The point is, it should go up. It's been on long enough. Why is it not breaking 155?
I don't know. Perhaps all those slits you cut are cooling it down.
And see, Guillermo, le gusta cerveza.
Ah.
Es la verdad. All right, let's pull these two off. Maybe I'll throw some briquettes on now. We can put on. We'll put on the cool side. I don't know. Let's check these two, and I'm going to pull this off. And okay, well, how's this? This one looks better. Not as burned, juicy. We might just keep that as is. Check that one. We got 3 more. We'll do these right. And then we got those chicken things, which I like, but I'm not crazy about it. I like steak the best, followed by hamburgers, followed by chicken. I like beef over chicken, but how's it coming? If it's only in the 130s, we got a problem here, buddy. Unless this thing's not working, you want to get?
I'll get another one.
How is it seriously that undercooked? Yeah. Try it again. How is it that underdone? Unless this thing's not working right, I'm gonna get mine. You burn your hand, yeah.
Yeah.
What are you getting?
It's going down. Go get yours. Maybe this thing's a piece of garbage.
Yeah, no, and Dunn brings up a good point. Maybe that's not accurate. Just like the measuring tape at his doctor's office says he's 6'2" when he's really 5'11". Same thing. It might not be accurate. All right, hold this.
Let
me get. No, I'm just gonna get a mechanical one.
Yeah, I mean they've been in there for a long while, so they're definitely cooked.
Where are the mechanical? That doesn't mean shit. If it doesn't have enough heat, because if the briquettes are dying, there's not enough heat. It doesn't matter how long it was in there.
That's a good point too.
What's this going up to?
What's wait.
120-ish. Let that sit. I'll do this one. And I know Totem's going to say, well, I use a thermometer just if it looks done close enough. But, and then this ain't Sweden. or Norway, wherever the fuck he is, Scandinavia. This is Jersey of all places.
New flippin' Jersey.
What's it going up to? What do you say?
This thing's not getting past 140. Neither is this one.
Okay, so as you see, we need more power.
Yes.
All right, so I put these. No, here's what I'm gonna do.
Oh, there's a steak over there.
What?
Okay, first.
Sometimes what I like to do is just do this. First, I'm gonna pull the steak off. Check this. You want to check this one for the hell of it, or fuck it? We know it's gotta go back on. I'm not gonna use that. I'm gonna use this.
Oh, no, better I.
It seemed like a good idea at the time. Just don't want to burn myself. What the hell happened here? What happened here? See this?
I have no idea.
Did someone eat this? It's like there might have been a vine there last year I cut down. Okay, there we go. All right.
Here's the final background.
Yeah. Where is? Okay, so how many briquettes? You have to go nuts. We should. You want to put them on? Or you want to take the camera? You can go. Yeah, be a bit liberal. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. Whatever we don't use, we'll just burn out or hose off. Ah. Okay.
Oh well.
The tricky part is getting this thing back on. Hold on. Yes, unwanted. It is. We're all on. Whoa, 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 whoa. I want to put this on first. Okay, fine. It's fine. Okay. Actually, we wanted to do a little on this side, actually. A little more, because you got it mostly on the pile. Yeah, there we go. So it spreads you. Okay, good. That should be... Okay. We'll let that die down, then I'll try to put the grate back on. All-American 4th of July. With a fucking Scandinavian... A trader who ran away to Australia to be with a woman. And a South American who... Oh, careful, don't burn yourself, buddy. Shit, it's underneath. Well, it shouldn't be the end of the world. That got caught underneath. I like to let it sit on top. It doesn't matter. As long as this is... Well, hold on. God damn it. Oh, we got it. Was it okay? So it takes 2 hands. Can't do this with a fucking camera. All right. Let this burn a bit. I can even cover it, and we might throw those steaks back on. Actually, you know, why don't we put the steaks on, the ones that were already cooked? We'll put them back on the... Let's see, it's going to get lighter fluidy. I think we need a little more fluid. I want those to...
Yeah, we got to let the flame burn off the fluid a bit.
Yes. Let the fluid burn off. Let the bricks... You want the bricks, after they burn a bit, they've got... Is that our last thing of lighter fluid, by the way?
I got some more.
Oh, that's cool. Awesome.
But also, don't we have to put, like, paper in there so the paper burns? You know what I'm saying?
Well, what I usually do, when you start it out, you put paper on the bottom. So you light that first, and the paper burns and keeps the briquettes.
Yeah.
But since we already have briquettes in there, they should, in theory, burn the new ones. In theory.
Okay.
It would have been impossible to take the bottom... There's a bottom grate. To try to get to the bottom grate, we'd have to, like, basically, we'd have to hose it off and stop it. So no, paper when you first do it, and then... It's fine, just leave it for now. Let's let it sit, and then the pre-existing briquettes heat up the new briquettes, because you can't...
So the first ignition requires...
Paper at the bottom.
Okay.
At that bottom grate. That bottom grate comes out. You can't take that out mid-cook. You burn your hands up.
Yeah.
So let's just let it sit for a bit, and if we have to add more, we'll add more. It's okay. Okay. We got this nice silver platter. It's not actually silver, but it's silver colored, and it's aluminum actually, but it's what we want to do?
This or...
Yeah, we don't care. We can probably hose over. This is sitting on top. It's not touching.
Okay.
We got this, and I'm looking forward to this. I know you must be hungry too.
Yeah.
But let's cook a little more before. Unless you really want to start eating now, you can. I'm sure this steak isn't bad. It's edible. It's just, you know, I'd like, you know, with all that time and energy, it should be able to go up to 155. You know, without you know, just it's staying around 139, 140. It's like, come on, all that time on the fucking grill, all that smoke, all that burning, it can't even get hot enough. Like, you know. It's a principle. Okay, where were we? All right, so we can use that. We got more Lighter fluid. That's
Yeah,
awesome.
yeah.
Okay. Sit down if you want. We have a nice.
Climb that chair over here. This one is actually nice.
Yeah, we got three working chairs. One that has our charcoal.
But that one is not as cushiony. Like you're
No.
sitting on the rod.
I wonder if it's how far away. Like the ones closer to this. This one, like the stitching fell off, and it's not. I don't think the stitching is worth fixing. It's one of those things you can like a dick around project, but we were going to throw these out anyway. Yeah. But part of me hates wasting things. We might not ever have money again. Might as well just use the shit our parents left. It basically is our quote unquote inheritance, if you can call it that. All this crap that they couldn't fit into their senior apartment that we just kind of de facto inherited. Yeah. Alex, I don't blame you. If you can live with your mommy, do it, man. Try to get an SSI or SSDI again. That's what I would do. If I can go back in time when my father had a stroke. Well, I don't know if I could have quit my job then, but I would have loved to have just said, time to go to Neat Bucks. But I hadn't discovered, that was a year or two before I discovered the great one. The great one, yes, our Lord and Savior. You have my other vape?
Yes, I do.
That's fine, so okay. Totem wants to know when James is going to dump Donna. No, they seem happily in love, if anything. I'm not saying, if anything, not that it's going to happen. If one were to dump the other, I would imagine Donna would dump Dumb. I don't think Dumb would ever dump Donna.
Oh, no.
Why would he ever dump? He went halfway around the world for her. He doesn't have any other prospects. He's like an asshole. I think they're happily in love, but, you know, if one were to dump the other, it's not going to be James. What?
Yeah, he has a good thing with
He's got a good thing going.
He better not screw that up.
Yeah.
So he has to be a good boy for the rest of his life.
Yes. So, yeah, that's kind of a silly question. Yeah. Dumb ain't walking away from... He can't... I mean, he's in a foreign country where he can't even work legally. If he walks away from Donna, he'll be homeless. Okay?
He's never done better.
Yeah.
But then I guess if he does become an Australian citizen, I guess being homeless in Australia, they're a social democracy. He'll probably be given, like, a studio apartment and, like, you know, $1,000 a month just to exist, you know.
Yes.
So, but no, I don't think that's going to happen.
But I don't know if he would be an Australian citizen. He might not qualify for all that.
Oh.
He might have to come back here, live under a bridge, collect the Social Security. Well,
he has his parents and a whole bunch of siblings.
If we have a Section 8 housing, he can sleep on the couch.
He has a friend up in Amherst. You can go visit.
That's true. That's true. You can sleep on the couch up in Amherst. Yeah.
Summer in Amherst, winter with us. You know, there you go. I guess you can drive to the Southwest. Yeah, well, that's the ultimate plan B, but let's not be negative. Let's be positive.
He can buy a van like that Pacifica, that Chrysler Pacifica,
nice van, yeah.
and just you can live in that. All right, we'll check the thing in a minute. Hey, it's Chris Dubs. He's wishing us a happy 4th of July, even though he's an Australian.
Thank you, Mr. Dubs.
Let's see what we have going here. Okay, so my brother, we got some steaks going. Hamburgers are done. We haven't gotten to the chicken yet. We still got 3 more steaks, but these steaks kind of have to go back on because the briquettes were getting low. Let me see here. I guess let's take a look. Like it's a slow burn. What I could do is I can get the tongs and try to flatten them a bit. It's going to be a pain in the ass, but we got to let them gray. Yeah. But I don't think it would hurt to put these steaks back on, just get them some heat. Even though these look burned, they weren't cooked. Like one side got burned, one side didn't. There's still a little... The interior is not fully...
And because it has this hard outer burnt coating, the inner can't heat up as well.
Yes. In other words, burning the outside is preventing the inside from cooking. Yes. It's seared, basically. Yeah. But maybe some of the steak juice will add to the flame here. You know, it'll drip down and add to the... Yeah. But these should be good. They're almost done. You know... Steak on a grill with charcoal tastes like nothing else. When I broil a steak in the oven, when you bake a steak in the oven, or when you use propane, or you do it in that Foreman grill or the other thing you got, that Hamilton Beach, it's good, but nothing tastes. When it's done right, nothing beats a steak over a charcoal flame. It doesn't. It's got that charcoal, but that grill taste. It's nothing. You know, nothing compares. So this will be nice. If you want a burger or something, if you're hungry, I know you haven't eaten all day. Do you want to throw the buns on to toast, or fuck it, just... We have any tomatoes, ketchup, salt, pepper. Yes, unwanted. That's what I want to do, unwanted. I don't live with my parents, and I don't have neat bucks, so I don't have that luxury yet. I would love to lay down and rot all day. I could do that very easily. Society's giving me no choice, because going out there, it's hell. But I'm not that phase yet. So I got to get my $13,000 for my settlement. spend it, not just spend it for the fun of it, use it to pay bills and shit, and then apply for S. I think it's time. It's like I really don't feel like working anymore. Not just because I'm being lazy, because it's different. It's getting harder and harder to
Just to be.
Just to be. Let me know how it comes out. Want some salt or pepper or some seasoning or?
Yeah.
How is it?
Pretty good.
Really, you're just saying that? Is it burned or?
Let me.
Yeah, you let him enjoy. So, Unwanted has a dream of like investing and making a lot of money. Good for him if that works out, but I would have a plan B because I know how hard it is to, save and invest. And did you say you're investing in bonds that are going to mature? How do you guarantee you'll have that kind of money? And
I forget. I didn't understand what he said. He said it wasn't stocks. But
it's bonds. You invest in a bond that's going to mature one day, and you're guaranteed X amount. You pay half the value. You're guaranteed at least full value in X amount of years plus interest. It's bonds that you're telling me. You've invested in bonds. Horsehead wants to know if we avoided the lighter fluid. Well, this burger was made before we put extra lighter fluid on, so I don't think this is bad. We'll have to check with these steaks. I don't know if we had the lighter fluid problem.
There's no lighter fluid taste. It all burned off.
Yeah. This one's good, yeah. The burgers look good. I'll have a burger in a minute. Yeah, Stubbs, get a hot dog. Maybe even get a hamburger. Get both, one of each. You know what we didn't get? We should have gotten some watermelon. We didn't get any watermelon. Oh, and those popsicles, those red, white, and blue popsicles. If you want it to be a real all-American 4th of July, you need a hamburger, hot dog, watermelon, and one of those red, white, and blue popsicles. Totem, I agree. Totem says, here's what Totem says. I hate when Dumb tries to speak Australian. I agree. I hate it too. Let's go to Brecky. What the fuck are you talking about, asshole? You're from fucking Pennsylvania, not New South Wales. This is a Brecky. So Unwanted. Bonds give money with no risk. That's correct. But you're saying these aren't bonds, these are stocks? So you're in companies that are growing. So you think you've picked safe stocks, is what you're telling me? After you finish that olive one, I'll check the steaks. I think they should be good-ish. You have some steak.
Yes.
Wave that flag, wave it wide and high. Summertime's gonna. How's that go? You can call this song the United States Blues. I hope Cassandra adds that one to the list. I love that one. Wave that flag, wave it wide and high. Summertime. That's the Grateful Dead. I'm not really a Deadhead, but it's a good song. United States, the U.S. Blues. Very 4th of July. The Dead were very American.
Oh, yes, Mr. Garcia.
Well, the stocks seem good, but you have no idea what's going to happen. I mean, how long till these stocks pay off? A year, 5 years, 10 years, 20 years? And how do you know? The longer you have them, I mean, I guess if you invest in something stable, you can have like a long-term stock. But, it's going to be a slow grow. If you're investing in companies you think are smart, but they might go out of business or go belly up, or you never know. The stock market might crash. We just don't know. Well, I guess Dumb, that's Admiral. He says he wants to assimilate into his world. He thinks people come to America should try to become Americans, but they never will be. No, it's different. We get to be the ugly, arrogant Americans. You're a Yankee. I expect you to act like one no matter where you are on God's green earth, you fucking communist traitor bastard. All right, you can have another burger if you want. Let me check here. Actually, do this. I'll get those steaks off. We'll check them. Okay. See, it takes a long time to cook. Sometimes, all right, where are the tongs? We've got 3 more steaks. I'm going to do those right. try these. Whoa, whoa, whoa. See, I think these should be good now. It might be a little overdone now. We'll do better next time. I think these are good. We'll check them, but yeah, I think they should be good. What does the audience think to start? But look how like these briquettes aren't burning. They're too. You want the briquettes to get that. Christ, you want the briquettes to burn.
Turn that white color.
That way. They slowly burn. They turn white as they slowly burn internally. I mean, I could throw some paper in there if you really want, but I can't put it underneath here. Maybe that's a good idea, actually. Hold on, I have an idea. If you think this will help, might as well just get rid of this. This isn't doing anything for us.
Yeah. This is the briquette bag we no longer need.
The other one feels like it's plasticky, which I don't like.
Yeah, I know.
Let's see if that helps it burn.
Bye-bye.
I see those briquettes down there are starting to gray finally.
Yeah, yes.
I guess we could have thrown this in with the briquettes, but it's like it's always such a pain. I don't like adding paper after it started because it's hard to.
Yes.
What are the Starlings saying? They approve or disapprove? Or they're just talking about.
Well, Totem says, didn't know you guys were into recycling.
Ah! Well, I was gonna go inside and find a brand new ream of printer paper and just throw that in.
Yeah.
But I was too lazy, so I used the bag instead. Normally, I would have just gotten brand new, fresh paper, all recycling. All not recycling, all new, fresh computer paper. This one, you see here, this bag here, that was paper.
Yeah.
This bag is like it's like coated with some kind of plastic. I don't want to use that one. I guess I can throw that one on if we really need it, but that should be enough. Well, maybe not. I don't know.
Let's just do it.
This is all paper.
Yes. Nice. Okay. All right. I guess that's down. Yeah. Burn, baby, burn.
Might as well. Burn that mother down. Burn, baby, burn.
Yeah, we see deer, we see skunks, foxes, opossums, raccoons,
squirrels.
Yeah, of course, squirrels, groundhogs, some hawks every now and then.
Occasionally, not too often, you'll see coyotes.
Oh yeah, once in a blue moon.
Right, once in a blue moon. We see foxes more. Foxes you'll see fairly commonly. You'll hear foxes screaming.
Oh yeah.
Coyotes occasionally. Haven't seen any black bear though. Supposedly they live around this area. I haven't seen any black bear.
No. No, none of that, Totem.
Was Totem asking? Antelope or some stupid shit?
Do you see hawk tuas, like that bitch hawk tua girl about performing oral sex or something?
I don't understand what's hawk tua.
Hawk tua was some woman who referred to oral sex as hawk tua. Like she does
on
the
TV or
on the internet somewhere.
Okay.
Okay, Chris Dubs, he says American wildlife is fascinating. What about Australian wildlife?
Actually, look, this is good. The briquettes are starting to burn, so adding that paper did help. Let's let those go out. Damn. Wish I had a little more paper right here for those, but maybe I can just, Oh yeah, it's fascinating because you don't see it every day. I'd be fascinated to see kangaroos and koalas and wallabies and kookaburras and all that shit because we don't see those every day. And all those other marsupials. In fact, the opossum is the only marsupial we have in this country. Marsupial means they carry their babies in a pouch. The mother possums, technically an opossum, is the only North American marsupial that I know of. I wish I had a little more paper for that, but hopefully it'll burn okay. As long as those get hard, those get, what's the word? Not hard. Those get hardened and they burn from the inside out like they're supposed to. I don't think that was a black bear. I think a black bear would have done more damage. It's possible. Anything's possible. Yeah, black bear do live around here, but I haven't seen one personally. Every now and then you hear tales like one wandered through someone's backyard or through a cemetery or through a park, but I haven't seen any. But they supposedly live here. Yeah, I usually see coyotes at night, especially just driving down the road. They're big, like German shepherds. They'll jump out in front of you. But you usually see them in the daytime. Foxes, you'll see from time to time, and there's all the deer are probably the biggest animal we see on a regular basis. Is this burning or not? Like, why is this taking so long? All right, let me cover it up. See if we get some. Yeah, this is taking a. All right. So what else are we talking about? You might have to do the honors of getting us another beer, or I'll get another beer, because we're running out of beer. Not yet, but we need a second table out here. I'm realizing this table's nice. It came in handy. These chairs are shit, but at least there's a place to sit. We don't have to buy new chairs or anything. We need like a second little table. I used to have what happened to those glass end tables I had? We have to find those. I used to have a couple. I think I gave a couple to my parents. I bought them. They were on sale one year. They were very nice. They were originally $15. By the end of the season, they'd gone down to like $3.99. I saw them buying a couple. They were very nice. I think I got one in there with the Betamax on it, but I think I gave a couple to our parents, I think, right?
Yes, you did.
Those are very nice tables. Those are mine, but I got a bunch of their shit, so I guess they could have my tables. Those are very nice little, you remember those little glass table things? Mm. And the Starlings are just talking nonsense. It was nice of you to join us. Like I said, I wasn't even playing the stream. Like last night after we streamed for like not even an hour, and I said to my brother, I won't give up on streaming, but I was trying to tell some people, listen, if I don't stream for a while, I don't want to just disappear. I want to say, hey, listen, I might take a little break because it's kind of, But I figured, why not? Since we're doing this, our first grill of the season, might as well stream it. But yeah. Danny Thomas, wasn't that
Just an actor?
That girl's father? Marlo Thomas, her father. Can I throw the football? What football? There's no football here. I didn't see a football. Where do you see a football?
Who asked that?
Dubs.
Well, okay.
Oh, does he mean a soccer ball? What is that?
Well, no, I guess for him, the American football is something we do on holidays. Like
the pigskin? No, I don't have a football right now. Actually, do we have a football on the grass? I don't even know if we have one. Oh, well. Next time. Maybe for Labor Day, I'll throw the pigskin. I'm ready to try a burger. But first, let's see what's going on with this. Is this... where's your... I think the steak should be good. I'm going to assume the steak is good. Actually, where's my... shit. Where did I put my... All right. Anyway, so the settlement... I know today is what? What day is this? Friday today?
Friday, yeah.
And it's the 4th of July. And I bet a lot of places, because I was calling the lawyer yesterday, they probably took a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, probably even a Monday. So hopefully by next Tuesday I can say, and they'll probably say, well, they've got 30 business days to get us the check. But I'm looking for my, this should be done. Okay. Ow. Oh, good. Those briquettes up there are starting to gray, which is good. Just almost wish just a little more. Should have had a little more paper. Just a little more, but oh well. We'll do one more burn, then I'm going to put the steaks on. It's over there, really, that needs it. And there's a bird perched on the wheelbarrow that I left there. And one of the bird species we have around here are starlings. Starlings, lots of starlings. But you won't see them too often now because it's summertime, so they got plenty of places to fly off to. In the winter, when everything's covered in ice and snow, that's when you see starlings all flocking from one location to the next, trying to find a roof or a chimney that doesn't have any ice on it, and you'll see them flocking around. But yeah, no starlings in the sky right now. No chemtrails as far as I can tell. There were chemtrails once, but oh, I think I do. Can I have a tour of the yard? Yeah, tell you what. I will do a yard tour after I cut the grass, because as you can see, it's a fucking mess. It's a jungle out there. So in a couple days, maybe I'll stream on my camera and I'll go walk around the yard. Right now, I don't want to leave we're basically bound to the deck in the kitchen because I don't want to leave this thing unattended.
I have to piss in
Yeah, like he's got to go piss. I can't leave the grill. I just wouldn't, probably could, but I shouldn't. You know what I mean? Yeah, but the deck, we don't own this deck. I really don't want to do too much for a house that I don't own, but I'm so ready to try a piece of stock. I gotta wait. A little too charred. Because inside tastes juicy. Outside's a little too charred. Yes, before you pressure wash, own your deck. I am tasting a little lighter fluid. Oh, hold on. Sorry, the chewing sounds were bothering Dub, so I muted it. It's a little too charred on the outside. I'll try to do better with the next 3 steaks. Now, Beppis, Totem says Beppis is a boyfriend. Possibly. I know she had a stalker. Maybe they fell in love. She was afraid of her stalker. Actually, give me a hamburger bun. I want to try a hamburger bun. Actually, there's a recycle. Yeah, we might have to get a fork and knife and scrape off some of this. Yeah, this one doesn't look too bad. So, did she go to Germany and meet that dude she was in love with? Her German stalker, who was like, Yes. I want to try one of those burgers, so. I'll try this one. Probably get some salt and pepper, but oh well. Probably get a plate too, but oh well. Put some ketchup on. See that? Ketchup. Oh, man. No, you didn't get any cheese, but sometimes I'll put cheese on there. Good. Doesn't taste burned. Doesn't taste dry. Tastes juicy but fully cooked. Doesn't taste. Sometimes it's undercooked. It's raw in the middle.
Yeah, it has that beef, that raw meat taste. It's definitely cooked.
You got a salt and pepper.
I heard you.
No, it's cooked. It's not dry, but it's not undercooked. Yeah. We'll throw these steaks on. Oh, you grabbed the cans already?
Yeah, I did.
Recycle can? I mean,
Where's your beer cup?
I opened it.
Oh, it's right now.
There we go. We gotta get this. I want to get the steak on. So what time is it?
It is 6:25.
Is there no Jeopardy tonight? Because it's. Where's the?
Oh, I'll go record it.
Well, it might not be on because it might be some holiday special. Right. Now, Wellbutrin Is that also known as is that bupropion? Something I tried it, I didn't care for it. I think I have some pills. Bupropion was one of them. Yeah, I think I tried bupropion. I didn't care for it. Yeah, I tried it. They put me on. I didn't really care for it, so I think I'm on like gabapentin, Prozac. But I think wasn't one of those. One of them was it bupropion or the other one? Honestly, I would take a piss. I think I was done. Like my bladder felt empty. I'd walk away, and there were a bunch of trickles. And I'm like thinking, like it made you feel like your bladder was empty before it was. I think it was bupropion, as I recall. Oh, burger's good though.
Yes, yes, they are.
With all these steaks on it. Yes, Concerta. I have some now. It's also known as methylphenylate. Yeah, sometimes it gets me motivated. Other times it doesn't seem to do much anything. It seems to sometimes come and go. The Concerta pills.
I've taken a couple. They didn't really do much on me. I guess you got.
You started spitting facts.
I guess you got to build a better. But okay, but I didn't really
Accomplish, yeah.
I didn't clean out my room. I didn't do anything.
Yeah, Concerta. Methylphenidate. I know that one well. Well, my brother went to work. He had to work today. He came home and he got all this stuff. And I came down to see a feast. Yeah, I talked to my shrink earlier.
Good old shrink.
All right.
Grab the steaks.
Yeah, if you want. I can bring them over one at a time or whatever. I think we're good. Hopefully that'll burn. If not, this should be enough. With the tongs. I need the well. I'll use the tongs. Here.
No, I mean, they're not hot yet, you know.
Well, let's see what we can do here. Let's move these into good places. Okay, let's try this.
So 6:29. 3 minutes.
Yeah, we're done. Yeah. We'll probably eyeball, see what it looks like, see if we can flip them. The bed just was filling. Yeah, this some of these steaks might have to get dumped. Like I don't know if I can eat this. This is kind of too charred, or maybe pieces of it.
Let me try this guy.
How's it? Now this one might be the best.
Very dry.
Very dry.
Very truffle flavored.
Yeah. Look for the good pieces. There's mess somebody in my face. Yeah, I should upload some other shrink videos. Yeah, we have to dump this. This isn't good. Yeah, shoot charcoal. We'll try to prevent that from happening in the next batch of steaks. Try a piece of this one. Well, we can't eat it because it's burned, Rafterman, not because we don't have the room for it. Just some exotic flies here. They're kind of like multicolored. Flies need some. It's one fly. It's relentless.
This one's juicy, but it tastes like lighter fluid.
That was your. Yeah. Oh. I'll try to do better with the chicken.
Okay.
All right. Well, Dubs, I was thinking about taking a streaming break, but then I saw my brother had all this food here, so I said, all right, I'll do a phone stream.
We should flip the steaks.
Yes, we should. I said, I'll do a phone stream because this is kind of our first grill of the season. Hold on. Leave them on a little too long. Oh.
It's 33. Should we give it like 4 minutes?
Yeah, 3 or 4 minutes, I guess. Should bring this food and that we're not eating. I think I can pick at pieces of this, but wash my hands and
We're glad to make you feel better, Dubs. Rafterman, we never said we were going to eat all of this. We're going to eat it the next 2 or 3 days. Happy 4th of July, Cass.
what are they saying? Okay, what am I doing here? I gotta know what to... I guess I'll have to flip the steak in what, a couple minutes? Yeah, I wasn't expecting this one. I came down, my brother, he worked today. He bought all this stuff, and I guess he wanted to grill, so grill we did. And we're still grilling. I don't know if I'm repeating myself. No, now we're getting to the part of the boredom. There's not much else to say or do.
No.
Should I flip them again? Or?
Yeah, let's go flip them again.
Yeah, these should be a little better-ish. Yeah, maybe a little charred on the one side, but really spending more time on this side. What do you think?
Yeah, they would do that.
Yeah, maybe a little too much on that side, but oh well.
Yeah.
All right, we'll give him a few minutes, I guess. Just
Should I not cover it?
cover one. Okay, do you want to live? Well, if one of us were married with kids, we could live alone. But for now, it's good to have a roommate because things are fucking expensive.
That they are.
I have an idea.
I wonder what his idea is. I wonder what.
Or might as well put the burgers in here because the flies keep landing on them. I have another one in a minute, but
It's a good thing I bought that.
yes, it is. It's a little too small.
It's on that chair, I guess.
That chair.
Yes.
I might have another burger in a minute, but right now I want to see these steaks come out. Because these,
Lackluster.
those maybe they'll be better. Trying to get like usually the fatty parts aren't usually too burned. Stream is kind of dying here.
We're winding down.
Winding down. We'll try one.
Okay, yeah, it's been 3 minutes.
What are you getting?
164.
Oh, good.
165, buddy.
There we go. Needed more bricks. Uh-oh. Now I gotta take this chicken.
178, 180.
Yeah, that's good. So that's good. Now we gotta.
Yeah, what is it we'll do?
We're gonna put all four. Yeah, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah.
We'll see what fits, how it goes. You spray some more vegetable oil or no?
If you want. Briquettes have heated up nicely.
Oh, let's step away.
Do I recall? Chicken doesn't always come out that great. I'm gonna move some around. We'll put some on this side, some on that side, because there's enough room. Put this right over these flames. Alright. Keep an eye on them. Okay. What time beats?
It is 6:41.
But these steaks came out okay. These were charred and burned, and they were burned, but they wouldn't come to temperature. So we put some more briquettes on, and now the next batch should be cooked proper.
Yes.
Which we'll have. Oh, where's my other vaping? Yep. I'm going to put this up so people can see me. My pretty face. Now what were we talking about? My payout. I don't feel like explaining this. For those who actually, the few of us, like Unwanted, first of all, what state are you in? I thought you were the guy in Minnesota. Alex was his name. Alex Unwanted. But whoever you is, what state are you in? Have you applied for SSI or SSDI? What did you get denied for? You never answered that. Or if you did, I forget. I want SSDI because I paid into it. It pays out more based upon your work history. And there's no income cap. I mean, it doesn't matter what's in your bank account. Like, let's say I have zero in my bank account. I get my first SSDI payment or a lump sum. They're not going to say, you can only have $1,999. No, it's SSDI is whatever. But SSI is the one that has those limits. But SSI, I think, is easier to get. So apply for SSI while awaiting for SSDI is my, Yeah, are we still streaming here? Where did Unwanted say? He said he's from what, Ohio or not? He's being vague.
He gave some, I'll say Ohio, but it might not be Ohio. Why not just say where you are? We're not going to know who you are or where you're from.
And what did you apply for? SSI, SSDI? It must be SS. You have enough work history for SSDI, and what they turned you down based on what a definite. You have a diagnosis of what, autism and ADHD. Why are these asshole Sterlings not talking? I'm asking important questions.
Yes.
I'm asking the tough, real questions.
This is the nitty-gritty. This is what needs to be known.
And the steak looks pretty. The new steak looks pretty good. With the old steak to the side. So that's the old steak that was not coming to temperature, is kind of burned. This steak here was all to the temp, so hopefully it'll be good. Okay. Yes, Rafter Man, we understand. Have you applied? What did you apply for? I don't want to knock Rafter Man, but this is the guy who has no sense of time, no sense of money, no sense of anything, so... It's getting boring. Might end the stream in a minute. We'll see how this goes. This is just getting boring now. I don't feel like looking here talking to people. So we'll just I guess we'll check that chicken. The chicken needs a little more time. I don't know.
Let's go one more minute, then we'll check the chicken. So not much is being said.
No. Someone wants to know if Dumb is still moving to Australia. Someone's really far behind.
Wow.
Ask the other Starlings.
Wow.
The Dumb is already in Australia. He's spending 4th of July there. He's living there permanently. The Dumb is, transitioned.
Yes.
All right, how's this chicken doing? Now, Cassandra, I'm ashamed. I'm ashamed of you. All my Starlings are equal. And you, as our token bitch, should be, think of yourself as higher. Give yourself a better crown than someone I've never seen before. I've never seen Thomas White before, but all are welcome. Now, why is that grilled to shit? Damn. Like one side burns pretty easily, but that's clearly not cooked in the middle. part of the grilling process. I need the spatula to push down in a minute, but we'll let it. Yeah, this might require a spatula, which I'll do in a bit.
Smells like lighter fluid.
My fault. Where, what?
I'll show you momentarily.
Oh.
This thing.
I can't hold the camera and put this thing on, clearly.
You'll have to fix this tomorrow.
Yes.
Well, at least it got some decent use out of it.
Well, I hope these steaks, we'll try a steak and half a steak. I just hope the steaks came out okay-ish. Okay, yes, so. Yes, Thomas White is asking about Dumb. Dumb was actually here not too long ago. He was here maybe half an hour ago. Yeah, he, a week or two ago, my brother and I went to go visit him right before he sold his house, right before he left. We were there that week before. It was good to see him in Waynesboro. And then, he wasn't sure when he'd be done. Amazingly, 1 week later, I think we inspired him. He got everything done. He packed off and left. His house is on the market. And yes, he's in Australia with Donna. In fact, they appeared on my stream a couple streams ago.
Yes.
Right, they're not married yet, so he claims. They're not married. But, yeah, he's I mean, he might come back to visit, but he's basically not planning to come back. This isn't a trip for him. He plans to reside in Australia from here on out. Yep, that's right, Cassandra. A few streams back, they called in from Australia. Yep. Yeah, Kevin Meemax, that sounds familiar. I think he said that on stream. He got an offer from a single woman. I forget the whole story. If he's still around, he can come on and tell us himself.
Who's he talking about?
Who Dumb is selling his house to? That's correct, because across the street is a single lady who has a bunch of roosters and shit walking around and dogs barking. Okay, so we'll check in a minute. You think the chicken's gonna be a bust?
I honestly don't know. I mean, it's pretty hot in there.
Toto wants to know if we like the neighbors. Well, I didn't meet the single lady across the street. They complained that she had roosters and stuff going at all hours. I didn't meet her. I met, and I didn't meet the guy Chris. I met Chris's parents. We met.
Yeah.
Their names were. Oh God, what were their names? I can't remember. Cindy, and what was it? Mike? Was it Mike and Cindy? I think we met. There's a video. Go back and watch the video. Was he asking?
Yeah, do you like his neighbors? The two that we met weren't that bad.
They seemed okay. They seemed like decentish people. Not bad people. Yes, Mike and Cindy. But I didn't meet Chris. Chris was at work, so I didn't meet the son, but I met the parents. They were all right. So apparently this Thomas White is a streamer.
Okay.
I don't think I've ever been on a stream before. Apparently they all know him. He can't stream for a while because he got another strike. Okay. Cassandra wants to know a strike for what? What's the temperature, OC? I don't feel like getting up. Fine, let's go check the fucking... good call. Good call, Cassandra. Actually, let me get the spatch. This might be a... See, it's not going to... Maybe I should put slits in this. It's going to... You try to... Because grill, but then it's all white in the middle. Well, that's not too bad there. I might move it over. Hold on. Okay, that's not too bad. This might be a spatch job. It's almost like egg white in the middle, you know what I mean? Like milky. Now I need the tongs. Alright, hold on. Let's see inside there, it's still all bloody and...
Put that one over the pan.
Agree with that, or should we do something different?
No, that's good.
Should we do a few slits? No, let's try to... Don't want it to fall, I just want it to cook more evenly, grill more evenly. Okay. There we go. I'm not going to check the temperature, but yeah, how's it looking? Yeah.
Yeah, it's on its way.
It's on its way.
It's on its way.
That's all you need to know. Oh, man. Ooh, Jesus Christ. This trip's starting to go well. Let's fly. Who's WD Hoka? The WD Hoka stream got removed. Who or what? Enlighten me, Starlings. Who or what is a WD Hoka?
I've never heard of that.
Hoka was posting, according to me, Banks, Hoka was posting a bunch 2 weeks ago, but so I guess Hoka appeared on Thomas White's stream and that one got banned. Is that what you guys are saying? Oh, Western Decline. Yeah, they streamed together, I think. What's his name? I think it was Doggo. Doggo was all excited because he appeared on their stream once and he wanted to share it on my stream. He was so happy that he got to talk to those two. I said, okay, good for you. I'll tell you what, later on, if I switch devices, you can come on my stream, Thomas White. If you want to talk to me and or the Starlings here, you can come on my StreamYard in a bit if you want. Or not, whatever. Dog pill supremacy from Finland. We've got quite the international 4th of July here.
Yes, we do.
Sometimes when I'm sitting here in the piece of the deck, I like to clasp, you know, the cup with both hands, the beer cup. Wait, who's Hoka again?
Western Decline.
WD is Western Decline. Who's Hoka?
I don't know who Hoka is.
Who's Hoka? I'm still not following you. Thomas White, Western Decline. Who's Hoka? Oh. Yep, that's right, Dog Pill. And you're right, me Banks, yes. Thomas White will do a stream with a real life Chad. You're looking at him, I promise. He's right here. You're going to take a look.
Yo, everybody.
Okay, we'll check that again in a minute, but I feel it's like it's grilled on one side, but it's grilled on one side, but it's like white in the middle. Yeah, this steak is hot. Okay, I'm gonna let the steak cool. You can tell that cooked though. We need the more briquettes because this was on forever and ever, and it barely heated up. That was on for a few minutes. It's like, you know, it's thoroughly cooked. Yeah,
it's still blazing.
It's still blazing hot. The new steaks. That's good. They should hopefully, as long as they don't taste like lighter fluid, they should be delicious because these got charred. So you're right, Rafterman. We're not going to eat it all, but we would have. I would have if it wasn't so burned. We fucked these up, but it happens. It's part of the grilling. Well, I might be able to get a knife and salvage portions, but I'm not going to be able to eat this whole thing. It's too charred. You can see. That shit happens when you grill. Oh, what is the temperature out here? Would you say? I don't know. Pretty good. It was cooler today. It was chilly last night. We got a bunch of rain. Today was a cooler day. What is it? What's according to your phone?
He's thinking about it. It's 81 degrees. 81 degrees.
In the shade, I'd say 70 something. Mid 70s. Mid 70s. It's getting cooler. It's definitely cooling down tonight. Sun is setting. Hoka is an OG Tiffler. It's an OG.
I have no idea.
Okay, so we're talking about this dude named Hoka I've never heard of.
I don't know.
Everyone's all excited because some Thomas White guy came. I'll put him on my channel later. We can go on the stream.
Didn't Todd talk to Thomas White once or twice?
Maybe. You can talk. All right, I'll check the chicken. You can talk to these folk.
Have you checked the chicken? Let's see. Okay, but where is Hoka from? Who or what is Hoka?
Okay, it's not bad. It's kind of...
Hello, dog pill.
He's from Finland.
How nice. Who needs a haircut?
Yes, the second batch of steaks looks good. It's got to cool down. It's hot as hell, but yeah. Still hot as hell. You can look at that. Oh, you can whatever, yeah. Yeah, that got charred, the first half. Those look delicious. They're still hot as hell. You got to pick them out. So you got to let them cool down. But yeah, okay. You can talk if you want. Yeah, I think the chicken looks better, but still needs to cook. You can get up check in the 5 minutes. It's like, yeah.
It's 57.
So who needs a haircut? Me or my brother? I think he says you need a haircut.
Wonderful.
Oh, look what Rafterman says. Well, actually, you can't complain. You're actually pretty good, but yes, compared to me, maybe. What Rafterman said about the hair genetics.
I think my hair is pretty good. It's still there. The dog pill says Hoka is one of the original black pillars. That's about it.
What does Hoka stand for? Just Hoka, or does it stand for something?
That's a good point.
What does Hoka stand for?
Does Hoka have any meaning? Thank you, Cass. I think my hair is pretty good too. What does that mean, me Banks?
We're talking really cryptically about this Hoka dude.
Oh, his name is Steve Hoka. So Hoka is just his last name?
And he's from Buffalo?
Yeah, where's Hoka from? Okay, so my hair is an 8.8 out of 10. All right, thank you.
What's my hair?
I don't know. Fucking...
Who gave you that rating?
Me Banks gave me an 8.8.
Well, you can always go back to the stream and see his hair.
Yeah. Rafter Man prefers your hair.
Of course he does. Ask me, Banks, when are we meeting up with the Cream King? What the fuck's going on here?
Yeah, when is the Me Banks meeting happening?
We can meet at the Cream King in Hopewell. Come on. We don't have to spend hours. It could just be like a little hour lunch. Get some ice cream. He gets silent. When are we? Ask him again. When are we meeting at the Cream King?
He just says that he's balding.
No, that's not what I asked him. When are you meeting up with me and Brother Clique at the Cream King on 31?
Dog Pill Supremacy thinks Hoka is from the United States. He doesn't know where, though. And Me Banks is not answering. Hey, Me Banks, if the answer is never, it's never, just give us an answer.
Yeah, just give us an answer. Don't be a bitch. Just say, you guys are just a joke. I like kidding around with you sometimes, but I would never dare meet you in real life. Oh my God. And that will be cool. Your silence will only incriminate you further.
Oh, he gave us this stupid answer. Next time I work in that area may be a while, but we'll never know when that is, and we don't know what we'll be doing. We need to plan this out.
Let's check the chicken. I'm going to tell me what you think of it. No, on your day off, you can always drive down. It's not too far from fucking Bethlehem. Or fine, we'll meet at the Hot Dog Johnny's. You know Hot Dog Johnny's. We can meet up at Hot Dog Johnny's. That's closer to you. Okay. Yeah, see, it's like it's still white in the middle. I mean, it might be cooked, but I don't know. You want to move them around? Like, what do you think? 'Cause parts look cooked, parts look
not cooked. Let's do 5 minutes.
Or should we close it all the way? Because that's open.
Okay.
Maybe it's to be sealed. I don't know.
It's 7 o'clock.
See, this is time consuming. Well, I'll steak in a minute. Oh! These chairs, they're not comfortable with their hair. This one's destroyed. These chairs got to be 30 plus years old. My parents, I think we used to have, when we were little kids in this one town, not too far from here, see if you can figure out which town, we used to have this wooden deck. This old, it was just like an old traditional, square.
It was a picnic table.
Picnic table, that's right. We're on a deck. It's well, the picnic table, I'm trying to remember what happened. We had that picnic table for years. It had like 4 benches and just an umbrella and like a sand bag thing in the middle, and I remember the umbrella eventually broke. Remember, you used to, as a kid, you take the bench and hit it, and earwigs would fall out. It was covered in earwigs. Yeah. We had it for years, and then it got destroyed. We had a really bad winter when I was a teenager, and it destroyed everything. Like the sheen on the wood was destroyed. It wasn't worth fixing. It was collapsing. It was collapsing. So my parents, I was a teenager, they bought this table. So they've had it probably now for 30 plus years. And then they left. I was going to give it to them. I said, "Why don't you take the table?" They didn't want it. They have a little deck at their senior place. They didn't take the table, so it was filthy. It was covered in like lichen and shit. Because my parents never come out here and when my parents were living here, they wouldn't come out here and use it. So when I moved back with my mother, I came out and it's getting dirty again, but I cleaned it off. It was covered in lichen and moss and shit. I cleaned it off. It's still kind of dirty. I do it again. But the chairs are very old. The chairs, they've been out in the rust for like 30 years. So I'll keep the table. The table is just glass. You can clean the table off. It's just solid glass. And glass and metal. Yes, Thule, it wasn't going to be a girl stream. Brother Clique came home from work. He had to work in a grocery store like you do. And he came home and he was ambitious and he bought a bunch of, we had the hamburgers. We had a couple of some more. The burgers came out great. Hamburgers. 3 steaks were too burned and lighter fluidy. Next batch, we put more briquettes on. These look good. Right now, we're attempting chicken, which is iffy. We'll check in a minute. You can see the chicken. So yes, the burgers were a hit. The steak was half and half. And the chicken, I'm not so sure of. But the burgers are very good, I must say. Like, I like when burgers, I don't like, sometimes burgers are undercooked and they're all gooey in the middle. Other times they're overcooked and they're all charred. These are perfect. They're not too gooey, not too burnt. They're just, they're juicy. They're just right.
They're cromulent burgers.
They're perfectly cromulent burgers. Thank you, Thule. Well, here, I only stream because I said, what the hell? My brother's taking the time to do this, so yeah, Thule, I think she did a good job.
Thank you, Thule. Oh, you're working now. Oh, wow. Hope you enjoy that turkey
Ask him, does he get like you get? You're holding something. Does he get holiday pay? Because does he get like,
do you get any sort of bonus for working on the 4th of July? I got time and a half. And I also got 4 hours.
4 just regular hours just for being,
Oh, why not? What happened? Also, are you full-time, Thule? How come you lost the time and a half?
I don't think they have unions, or if they do, it's not what we think of as unions.
Oh, okay.
What's he saying?
He says we don't get time and a half for holidays anymore. So they apparently used to. We only get $1 more per hour on holidays. All right, so I guess that was whatever agreement.
He has a union?
Are you a part of a union, Thule? Are you a full-time or are you just part-time? Oh, he's part-time.
Well, you're part-time too.
Yeah.
You work 6 days a week, but you're technically classified as part-time.
Correct.
Full-timers will get 8 hours.
Yeah.
Part-timers get 4.
Yes. And then, Cass and Rafterman are agreeing that it sucks that Thule only gets $1 extra an hour and not time and a half.
All right, should we get up and check?
Says he's a union member, but his company's good.
That's fine. Let's get up and check.
Okay.
You want a minute or so? What's a good time?
Yeah, let's go now.
I want you to see it too. Okay. And Thule hasn't seen the chicken. Do we need the tongs? Tongs or spatch? It is. Hold on. It is looking better.
Yeah.
It's looking better. Our biggest fear was that it would be burned on the outside, but undercooked in the middle, because the middle was kind of, I would describe it as like egg-like. No, there's no literal eggs. It's just all like yolky in the middle. White, yeah. And runny kind of. Yeah, all right. I guess, well. What? Okay, I should get the spatula. Or the tongs, the opposite. This one, we don't want it to be dry, but we don't want it to be undercooked in the middle. Chicken is different than beef. And pork, of course. See, it still seems like parts of this are too... I'll put this over the flame.
Bright white.
Yeah. There we go. Yeah, I would say cover the whole thing. Hell with it. Maybe it helps. Maybe the air holes are enough. Don't worry, I'll fix that later. It's just a screw. Maybe we can. We'll just.
Oh well.
Oh well.
Some duct tape.
Well, this is nice. Like I said, I wasn't going to stream, but I saw that. I'm like, my brother took all the time to get this shit. He had, I came down. I smelled barbecue. I'm like, oh, I thought the neighbor was having a barbecue. So I looked out the window. I'm like, oh, shit. So I came out, he had all these steaks, all these burgers. Like, you took the time to make them all. I'm like, because he take all the burgers and he does this thing with the hole in the middle. You made what? How many was it?
10.
10 burgers. He did 10. He took the ground beef. That's time consuming. And you got to season the meat. And so you took a long time setting up all the prep work. And I said, shit. At least I can do. I didn't know he was doing that. I didn't realize. So I figured, yes. Now they're talking about that dude Raymond. Again, he's another one of these people I don't know. I went to check out his channel because you Starlings recommended it. There are very few people I admire. I really like Todd. I think his older videos were brilliant. His rants, his philosophy, it's okay. You can neat. And I hope to God he's right. And I like James. He became gnat in my face. He became something else, but I liked him enough to go visit him. But I don't really like, like that lady at the diner in Waynesboro. Her name was Michelle. Her husband loves watching YouTube, all these. That's great. I don't really watch a lot of people. I mean, if you have someone to recommend, I'll check them out. But I don't, I couldn't get into Raymond. You saw I was on stream. What's his name? Dev Pike wanted me to watch him. I went to go watch him, and it was just we just sit through 3 ads. I was already getting pissed. I was already like, Raymond is the big dog right now. How about that? Well, Thule, the teeth freak you out? Dev Pike, he was really upset with me because he thought I was calling Raymond ugly. He's like, how could you call Raymond ugly? I'm like, well, I mean, if it came down to him or dumb, and I had to be a fag, I think I'd pick dumb over Raymond. But Raymond, I kind of feel would just sit there and blather on about shit. Dumb would fix the door while I get drunk. So I would take James over. Yeah, we'll let that go a little longer. What did you guys think of the chicken? I want Thule's not appreciate. I would appreciate Thule's input. Mishino, good to see you. I'm sorry I didn't respond to your comments. Good to see you. This channel might not be your cup of tea, but my brother and I is right here. We had a very good time at that diner. The hostess, Michelle from Waynesboro, wants to say hi. Happy 4th of July, Michelle.
Happy 4th, Michelle. Thanks for showing up.
Even though what you're part Czechoslovakian or whatever it is, Czech. We don't want to get too personal, but we wanted to ask your age because I remember my brother and I were talking. I remember when I was a kid, I must have been I forget what year it was. I was 8, 9, 10, somewhere thereabout. It was a big deal. On New Year's Day, Czechoslovakia broke up. It became the Czech Republic and Slovakia. So when you were born there, was it still Czechoslovakia or were you born there after the split? Because I remember it was New Year's Day. One year, New Year's, my father's like, oh, today Czechoslovakia breaks up. I must have been 9 years old, 10 years old. I don't remember. But my brother was saying, back when it was the Iron Curtain.
Yeah, because you mentioned your dad was an American military guy. How exactly did he cross the Iron Curtain? Unless this was in the mid-90s and he was allowed to go there. How did he get a Czech wife? I don't understand that.
Yeah, because during the Cold War, American servicemen couldn't go over to Czechoslovakia, I don't think. Reminds me of that movie you were saying, Stripes. And Stripes,
yes.
Stripes, they go to Czechoslovakia, but they're not supposed to be over there.
Yeah.
So my brother thought that when the Iron Curtain came down, your father was like, hey, let's go to Czechoslovakia like in Stripes.
Yeah.
Michelle has disappeared on us. We were so happy to see her. She came out of the woodwork to disappear. Well, yeah. Well, yeah, I remember Michelle was we were talking about Australia and how wouldn't it be great to bring Donda to that diner, blah, blah, blah. Oh, that's not her? Oh, whoever that was. Yeah, we were wondering, how old is she? Because she didn't, I'm trying to make fun of Michelle. She wasn't, I really can't guess ages. She wasn't a teenager, but she wasn't a retiree. It's hard for us to tell. But I was thinking back, when I was a kid, when I was born, Czechoslovakia was still Iron Curtain. I remember when I was like 10 years old, it split up New Year's Day. The Iron Curtain was falling apart, and Czechoslovakia decided to split up. So yeah, we were just curious if she was born like after that, or was she born like in the Iron Curtain, or how that, Well, I figured we'd ask. All right, let's check the chicken. Okay, it's getting cookeder. I think the trick with this was closing the lid all the way, just leaving the holes open. I kind of want to go a little longer, unless what do you think? I mean,
yeah, we got like 3 more minutes.
I don't, like I said, the outside is definitely cooked. I don't know about inside. We can move things around. We can move that there. That's getting a little crispy. We want, I want to keep this on the flame because this looks the whitest. That looks the whitest. And of course, the briquettes are starting to die now. They're getting to that point where they're not as hot. But yeah, I'll move this to the center. And this one's coming apart. There we go. All right. Yeah, close all the way. Why not?
Yes.
Ooh. So we don't know if that was the real Michelle or not, but if it was good to see you again. I should probably respond to her comments. And yeah, we were curious because she said her father was American, her mother in the military, her mother was Czech, but how would an American been allowed on that side of the Iron Curtain unless she was born after? So, which means she's like 10 years or so younger than me. I feel like I'm getting old. I feel like I'm just, time is flying by here.
Yes.
Oh, they think that was Penny Pounder playing the game. Well, you got her name and her, from what I could see, she calls herself Misty or Missy Novak, and you got the picture, so it was convincing. Yes. But, I mean, that's a lot of effort. I mean, that's a lot of effort to, whatever. We'll have another beer, and after the chicken's done, you want to try some out here? Do you want to try a steak, or we can get some...
Column A, column B.
Well, whether that was Michelle or not, if Michelle watches this, thank you for making our experience at the Main Street Family Diner in Waynesboro, Pennsylvania so memorable. Thank you. Yes. And yes, we'd like to know about the whole your father and your mother situation because because the Iron Curtain. We were thinking about that.
Questions, it's not clean cut.
I just assume everyone's my age, and we're like, wait, if she's our age, how could she have been born in Czechoslovakia, which was an Iron Curtain country?
Yeah, I know. Unless she's only 25. I don't know.
Oh. This is nice. It was nice to, I guess it's turned into a nice 4th of July.
Yes.
We would make there's a nice clean bathroom.
Yes.
You just get up every day and clean something. Clean this room, clean the bathroom, clean that bathroom, clean this bed. I keep saying it, but we gotta get this, Yes, I think I have more of a plan. I want this money to come in. We were talking about my settlement money, 13 grand. I need this money to fucking come in. Like tomorrow. Well, yesterday would have been better, but yeah, well, actually, tomorrow, of course, is Saturday. I probably won't say anything till Tuesday at the earliest. Because, Monday is going to be like a virtual holiday extension. Yeah. Christ. Tully, thank you for dropping in. Go back to work. You got a wage slave, so you can pay the federal taxes for my Social Security. Yes, get back to work. Mesh. Yeah, it's funny. Even though this is a rental house, my parents lived here so long, my father planted years ago. I remember he called us. He wanted us to come help him. We weren't living here. We had to come help him get these trees and plant them. And I later found out he was having prostate problems. And he was going to have the prostate surgery. And he was afraid he would never be virulent again. So he went nuts and planted a bunch of trees in like November. Yeah. And that was probably 10, 12 years ago. They got big. And he had the fucking surgery. And it went, nowadays it's more modern. It went off without a hitch. He remembers when his father had it. He thought he was going to be impotent for life. And he was my father really panicked. He couldn't handle it. And he decided, it's November. I got to plant a bunch of trees. Remember that? And we had to come over and help him. Yeah. I remember thinking, this is so fucking stupid. But that was like 12 years ago, and they got pretty big. These are arborvitaes, and those are, I think they're called golden slippers or whatever they are. Yeah, they really, and of course, after planting them, he only planted them because he was having this mental breakdown over prostate surgery, and then like afterwards, he didn't trim them or anything. And I cut them back last year if you saw those videos, but it's like they were allowed to go wild basically. My father didn't really grill. Our parents never really came out in this deck. That's why I said this fucking table was covered in lichen. These chairs are rusting apart. Our parents never really used it. This deck has gotten more use in these past couple years than like ever. Yeah.
Yes.
All right, let's check the chicken. You can see it's an old deck. This house is 30 plus years old, 4 years old. So that's the original deck. All right, I think it's nearing done. I can flip them one more. Like they're looking definitely.
Yeah, all right, flip them one.
One more. I don't want to be overdone, but. Yeah, but I think they're almost. Yeah. Well, see, like, is that pink in there? Is that too pink, or is that just in my imagination?
I think it's your imagination.
It was
just my imagination.
But it was just my imagination once again, running away with me. It was just my imagination running away with me. That's an insult anthem. The whole point of that song, it's like, for each day from my window, I watch as she passes by. I say to myself, you're such a lucky guy to have a girl like her. But wait, it was just my imagination once again, running away. You've seen a pretty girl walk by and fantasizing. I'm gonna get another beer.
Good idea.
Well, I think the chicken's almost done.
Okay. All right, very nice, very nice. So then you guys like to grill? Yes, it was. When I first went in, there were just waves of people. There was like a whole bunch who wanted a bunch of different, macaroni salad and rotini salad, and then it died down. Then there was another wave of people.
Yeah, that's a good question. I mean, how was it? Was it hectic?
Yeah,
like the other day, you had to stay later. It was really busy yesterday, right?
I had to stay late the past couple of days because it was hectic. And today it came in waves, but around like 1:15ish, it just dropped off and was dead. Alright, Cass, you need to do your own grilling videos. You too, me Banks. Very good.
Where's my other vape? Yes, I want some of that vape. I want some candy vape.
Yes.
And you let me know when you think we can make sure it's done. We'll get up and check. What are we learning here?
Not much. Not much at all. All right, James.
Oh, Dumb is back?
He's back.
His buddy, Thomas White, was asking about him. Let him know.
Yeah, Thomas White was inquiring about your whereabouts and how you're doing. We did our best to fill him in.
It's like, how does he not know you're in Australia?
Yeah, he doesn't seem to really care that much about you.
But he was all shocked. He's like, he's in Australia?
Yeah, he was surprised that you're down under. I mean, he should have known that.
Yeah, we're disappointed.
If he really gave a damn, but he doesn't. And he never will. Ha ha ha.
Well, that was also Penny Pounder. Who the hell knows?
Oh, good point.
Supposedly the girl from the waitress, Michelle, was here, but then they said it was Penny Pounder. Who knows? Who knows? Funny.
It's hard to tell. I honestly don't know. James is asking, oh, we're good again, him and I. I don't know if you guys had a falling out or what's going on, but he seems to want to know how you're doing. I don't know if he does or doesn't follow you. So you're saying it was just a pleasantry? Yes, yes. Hello, everyone. Is that a problem for you, me Banks?
What happened?
He said, I did a barbecue video once and Lone Hiker geolocated me.
Was that in the snow? Is that the one he did? Is that the one he did out? We got that snowstorm, and he actually deliberately grilled in the snow. Is that one?
That's a good question. Was that the snow grilling? So apparently Thomas White is here again.
Well, you can talk to Dumb because he's asking us. Dumb is in
Yes.
Australia.
Unwanted appears to be back.
Christ.
Me Banks says, yeah, it was the snow stream. That's the snow grilling.
Well, tell you what. Have Lone Hiker look up. You can find on a map where the Cream King is.
Yes.
Why don't we all meet up the Cream King?
There we go.
You know where that is. We know where that is. We can meet up the Cream King.
Yes.
I want to see you at the Cream King in person, man. I want to stream at the Cream King with Mebanks. Stream Mebanks King. What do we call it?
Yes.
Streaming. How we?
Streamy Banks cream.
Streamy Banks Cream.
Yeah. Sounds like a plan.
Got flies landing on my steak.
Yes.
That's okay. We'll check the chicken in a minute. Oh, cool.
Yes,
Cool,
yes.
yes.
Exactly.
Now, ask if he's there, unwanted. Did he apply for SSI or SSDI? Which one was it? And we'll see, how many times he rejected, like how long did it take to... Ask him the bait. I mean, he's not really telling us much. He's starting to piss me off. But
Yeah, unwanted. Have you ever applied for assistance, whether it's SSI or
he said he was rejected. He
SSDI?
said he applied for something, but he didn't say what, and he was rejected.
He says both, and I got rejected twice.
How long did it take before they got back to you? From the time you applied to the time they got...
There you go.
From the time you applied to the time they got back to you. We'll check the chicken after this. Right, but did you do one application? You can apply for SSI and SSD concurrently, SSDI concurrently, or do you have to do two separate applications? And how long from the time you submitted to the time they got back rejecting you? And then we'll check the chicken. Just answer me that, son. Oh, that bird came pretty close. That's a magpie. Want to see the magpie? It's not a starling. Oh, he's flying away. That's a magpie. Magpie flew right. Okay, let's take a look at the chicken. He smells the chicken. Yes, birds eat birds. Sure. He'll eat bits of chicken if I throw them out there. What are we thinking?
We are going to find out.
Oh, where's mine? I'm gonna try them all. I need two hands because you one hand here. Can you hold it down on that side with yours, and I'll hold it down with this one. No, use your thermometer. Where's your thermo?
Stuck in my pants.
Use your thermo to hold it down while I stick this one in. No, fine. Now you can stick yours not angled. Okay.
This says 190.
This is going up to. Is this one's? Yeah, this is going past 160. Yes, this has got to be done. I'm seeing 190. What does it say?
196.
196. And this is going up to 180.
Yeah, these are done.
They smell pretty good. What was the seasoning used on these? Oh, you got the tongs. Would you tell us the seasoning again?
Salt, pepper, oregano, and paprika. Just a little bit of paprika, though. Yeah, that's doing that time.
Oh, that's interesting. So apparently, But forget your exam. Were you actually employed at the time you were rejected? Because yeah, if you're actually working, they'll reject you unless you're under a certain amount of hours. I'm gonna have to get the hose and do the hose thing in a minute, but hold on. We can try some of this out here and get some knives and plates or shit in a minute. But
Yes.
yeah, women bully me too. I got stories to tell. Believe me. He's gonna go piss, and I'll probably have to get the hose. I'll hose that off because we still got. Listen, I still got these ambers, but I can't think of anything to cook unless I throw something else in here. I gotta see what else we have. But what I'll probably do is I'll hose this off. It'll mostly turn to ash, but I'll leave it in there and I'll just add to it. That's all of last season's shit. See that? All that junk. So now I kind of want some steak. And the chicken actually does smell pretty good. This is the bad steak, the chicken, and the good steak. I hate the system too, but you got to be careful because they'll punish you if you get caught playing games like that. Do I have friends over for barbecue? Well, if I had friends, sure. If you come to visit, you can come over, but I don't have any friends to invite over. Why, you know someone around here? I wanted to meet up with Me Banks. He's the closest. We can meet up easily, but Me Banks wants something to do with me. So no, when I try to invite my friends over, like Me Banks, who lives close, they say no, I can't do that. No, that's kind of some bullshit excuse. Me Banks, you saw with Me Banks is what I always get from people. Some bullshit excuse why they can't come. No, I wouldn't have any friends, no. I mean, unless you count online friends, you starlings. This is my socialization. Totem is inquiring about friends coming over, and I was telling how.
Wow, Totem has not been paying attention.
I was telling him how, I just tried to invite Me Banks, and you see how that's how it goes with everybody. And Thomas White is surprised we don't have any friends. Well, no. Sorry, Thomas. But you can be my friend. If you want, you can be my friend. But
well, why the hell are we doing this?
Why are we doing this?
Give me the other mop.
Yeah, unwanted. You and I identify with you. I thought you were that dude from Minnesota, Alex. But apparently, all right. So in a minute we'll get a plate and some shit. And I'm gonna try some steak. But well, unwanted. I'm actually glad you came on because I agree with a lot of what you're saying. That's why I was asked by Dev Pike who I'd like to see come on, and I said, well, unwanted. He's left some interesting comments. I thought you were Alex from Minnesota, but I thought, I'd like you come on and, at least, talk for 15, 20 minutes about your situation because I find your story the most relatable thus far. See, actually, that's the one thing I disagree with. Look, I won't press you to put your face on. No one's going to recognize your voice. You're getting a little too paranoid. I know we're all down the dumps, but if an ugly fuck like me can do this and not give a shit. I mean, Brother Click's a bit more timid, but he'll put his sunglasses on. You don't have to show your face, but this whole, I got to change my voice, you're getting a little ridiculous. It's not that big a deal. It's really not that many people really care about you, especially in some, backwoods. This is a coffee house. Very few people know this website, this channel exists, so you have nothing to worry about. Even the Denmark guy, who's all paranoid about getting doxxed, he doesn't need well, he's got an accent, but he doesn't need a voice changer. Do I know you Unwanted? Have we met before? I thought you were Alex. Are you sure you're not Alex? If you are, it's fine. Have we met? You say you were known in certain spaces. Do I know you from somewhere? You seem familiar. Okay. So how do you want to do this?
I don't know.
Do we have a steak? Now I'm kind of doing this. It's kind of like let's drink a beer and sit here. I got shit to do.
Paper plates or actual plates?
I don't know. What do you think would be better?
I guess actual plates.
Actual plates might be, yeah. You want me to help you? It's good.
You keep streaming.
Now you can take over. I think I washed them, those two big ones.
Yes, I see.
Yeah, I do want to see in a minute, is there a way to transfer this, keep the same stream going, but transfer devices? I know it's been done. I've seen it.
Yes.
But, okay, let's just take this one. I'm going to put some salt and pepper. We have ketchup if you want, but I don't. Want some salt or pepper? You brought up?
Sure, why not?
Ah.
There you go. Put this back.
Trying to. I can give you the camera in a minute. I'm trying to look at these. It's like now Dumb is saying some shit. I don't know. I should go fix the door, clean the bathroom.
Yes.
How is it?
A little dry,
Dry.
a little chewy, but yeah, better than the first three.
Unwanted, I can relate. I'll tell my stories. He says PTSD. It's like, yeah, it's. How is it, man? Some parts are juicier than others. Yeah, Dumb, I don't know what those things mean either. 1, 2, 3, those crowns. I have no idea what that means. I didn't add that. Yeah, those, those crowns. Dumb is number 1. Unwanted is number 2. I think Totem is number 3. I guess just who happens to be speaking right now.
It's the hell out of me.
No. But Unwanted says he comes from a wealthy family that's rich and will help him with money and shit. So he's lucky.
Wow.
That's what it says. He's lucky in that. What is XP? I still think of it as one of the best Windows operating system ever. But what is it? Experience points?
Experience points, yeah.
So Cassandra's nowhere in the running, as always. Totem, good job. Number 3. I'm proud of you. Totem, be careful. Thomas White might take your crown there. No, I think dumb. I think it just knows you love me. It just honestly, it just knows that you have more love for me than the others, so it makes you number one. It can just sense it. You know, computers are like magic now. They can read my mind. They can read your mind.
Yeah, the AI is developing sentience.
It can, yes, in psychic powers, and it can tell that, we're number one to each other. Wow. Unwanted's mother took out $25,000 in cash to go boating all summer instead of giving him the money.
Oh, wow.
Well, Cassandra, as you can see, fourth place doesn't get a crown. Cassandra says she's number 4.
Wow.
Who was that famous Viking explorer, Ericsson?
Leif.
Say it out loud.
Leif Erikson.
Leif Erikson. You get that right? Or is it Leif Erikson? As Leif? I don't know. It is filling. We should have food for the next few days. Yeah, Leif. Would you say it's Leif Garrett or Leif Garrett? Leif Garrett? I don't know. I forget if I was like, yeah, it's filling. Yes, Cassandra agrees. It's Leif. There we go. The question has been answered. Cassandra has final say on that.
She is now number 3.
I'm just sitting here eating steak, being watched by a handful of people who are criticizing me for not using utensils. Well, it's easier. It's like the bone now. Like corn on the cob. I'll turn the camera over to Brother Clique. He's still using a fork and knife.
And when I'm getting down to the end, I'm going to have to pick up the bone at some point.
I think they're talking about who's the best chatter in the chat. Well, it's clearly dumb. Everyone agrees.
Yes.
He's got the crown.
He is the guy.
Yeah, I don't get this whole XP thing. You can take the camera and talk.
Eh,
Try-
got nothing to
Try and
say.
eat in peace. You can see what they're saying.
How do you earn these points? What do you do? Is it minutes spent in the stream?
It popped up.
I don't know. It just went left.
Yeah, I ignored it. As long as it still goes.
I've been down. Me Banks has 175 points. All right.
I already know that.
Cass looked it up somehow. Cass thinks it's chat involvement. I don't know. I think that both Cass and Me Banks have chatted about the same. How come Cass is only 150? One of us is going to have to look this up one day and tell the rest about it. If we can remember.
I'm full. Ooh.
Yeah.
That is fun. All right, fair enough to, what's his name? I'll put this away. I'll let it fly out. I get some bowls or some shit. Oh.
Yes.
What are you doing? I'll get it from there. No, it was weird. That's nice to just sit and, what are you saying? Anything important?
No, nothing important.
I'm going to try in a minute. We'll put the stuff away. See if I can. It might not work, but yeah.
Well, how would you be rewarded unwanted? Would you be rewarded with an Android Void?
I'll get up and I'll figure it out.
Yeah, we have no plans to watch any fireworks. I mean, if people in the neighborhood set them off, we might check it out, but no. What does GG stand for, Unwanted? And you should make a video about how to build a computer. I'd like to see that. Learn how to do it. Talking about fireworks and not going to see them.
These starlings all know. I think they're SOBs. The starlings of YouTube are SOBs.
Yes.
I'll put the chicken in here.
Good idea.
Still kind of hot though. I think this is a joke. This is a splish splash show. So we should have food for the next few days. Oh.
Oh yeah, should we stream this? Alright, so it's time to do this. Nice. That's still pretty hot.
Is there anything else you want to throw on?
No.
We don't want there to be any kind of fire.
Yes.
We gotta, only we can. Yeah, it's still pretty. Yeah. Throw something on.
If only we had more stuff.
Yeah, it's still pretty hot. Get it going.
Yeah.
I'll give it a sec. I think it's still.
Yeah.
Probably just mist and the water evaporating off the grill, but
You gotta give it a good soaking. That will eventually turn to this. But that's a whole other story.
I could try that if you want. Oops. We can always, close it off the deck later. I think that's right. Now some of that will turn to ash. Some will dry and can be relit.
Yeah, yeah.
I think it's done now. It's not seeing too much smoke to it.
Correct, yeah.
How's that?
Maybe hose off that bottom plate one more time.
Ash and soot.
Yes. No, Mr. Peters, we don't have any fireworks.
No watermelon.
No watermelon.
No red, white, and blue popsicles. How's that?
Alright.
A little smoke coming off. I mean,
I would come back out in an hour and hose it again.
not bad. I'll clean some of this mess up in a moment, but I kind of want to sit and veg for like, 5-10 minutes.
Yes.
These are probably garbage, but if you want, we could probably hose that and reuse them one more time. Or you think it's a mistake?
Probably a mistake.
We like to recycle, like your buddy Totem mentioned. Okay. I like to hose. Makes me feel special. I get to hold that thing in my hand and make stuff come out of it. I feel powerful. Like a man. Oh, here's your beer.
Yeah.
Ugh. All right. No, we weren't silent. We answered Parker Pierce's question. No, there are no bottle rockets or anything that set off. I thought we answered that.
Yes.
Because, you know, Unwanted is saying their silence is their true. We are hated, Parker. No. We answered. My brother answered that question. No, we don't have any. Sorry, nothing to set off. We thought we answered that question.
You weren't paying attention.
We weren't paying attention. Your lack of paying attention is your response. I see. Oh, I'm sorry. You're talking about Foids and Chads. I thought you meant, me and my brother.
Oh, yeah, you said something about female robots. No, we don't really think about that or wait for that.
I mean, it might happen someday, but it'll probably be decades from now. I don't think we're going to see it anytime soon.
This guy can't even buy a new car. Buy a brand new robot? You out of your mind?
But it'll probably be like, it's like with cell phones. You don't just buy a cell phone. You have a plan and this and that. There'll probably be X amount of models of robots. They'll probably be designed to break easily. You'll probably need some. You can't just use a like, in like cartoons and movies, robots walk around, do their thing. If you own a robot, it's like owning a phone. You have to have a contract and a plan, and you got to pay per month. And the robots can break. You want to upgrade your robot, and robots need to update. And yeah, they'll probably be just like having a cell phone. And like you'll trade your robot in every few months. And there's only so much they can do. So when is done? When are you coming back to settle the house and all that? What happened to the Midway Diner, buddy?
Yes.
Yeah, we're never serious about it. You lied to me. You toyed with my emotions. So sip a little beer and we'll clean this mess up. And we didn't even use a silver platter, really. I should probably wash it off again, though. Yeah. Unwanted is investing $10,000 in his PC setup. Hope it's fun.
Yeah, he said that he spent $5,000 worth of parts and had some other people put together, so he doesn't really seem to have much troubles, financially at least. Okay, well, I'll give you a synopsis. Dumb is praising Unwanted setup and saying that Todd would love to talk about that. So I want to ask Dumb about Todd. Yeah.
Have you heard from him? Is he coming for your wedding? Totem says that PC gaming is one of the worst copes, even though, aren't his streams
That's all he
PC
does,
gaming? Yeah. And one says, it's not just a cope, it's his only cope. I agree. Barbecue's the best. That's what Totem says. Barbecue is the best cope.
Yes. Yes, it is.
We'll go in a minute. We'll clean this mess up. And the cleanup isn't fun.
It's not.
And Unwanted says, so list all this. Where will you list them? On your YouTube page, or where are you going to list them? Here's your Starling. Okay, that's cool. That's interesting.
Yes.
A couple of cardinals. It was a cardinal, male and a female, just flew on the deck, but they flew. They're chasing each other. Love games, I guess. Or it was a cardinal chasing away another, but I couldn't see what the other bird was. That's a magpie, I think. Or is that here? Let's take a look. It just flew away. I didn't change the camera in time. If it comes back, the birds are just flying around. Isn't that nice?
Yes, yes, it is.
Which is Brother Clique.
It's coming back.
Coming back there. Ow! I can't see it.
Flew away.
Who cares? As it comes closer, I don't. Who cares? He's just hopping and bopping.
Avian life around these parts.
Probably is a nest somewhere in here. Oh well. Maybe the cardinal was chasing the magpie. I don't know. There was definitely a male cardinal. You can tell because they're red. And it was chasing something. I thought it was a female cardinal at first because it was brownish, but no, it might have been chasing the magpie away. It might be a turf war going on out here. I don't know if you guys can hear that. In the distance, someone's playing something.
Bollywood pop or something.
You should take a walk to the digester, man. I mean,
You could.
Yeah. I wish I saw some starlings, but they're around, but you don't really see them this time of year because they got plenty of places to go. You see them in the winter mostly, flying around in groups from one spot, and they all fly together to the next spot, and so on and so forth. So no starlings, but I saw a cardinal and a magpie. Yeah, I want to see if I can switch. How do you do it? You've done this before, Dumb. How do you keep the same stream going but switch devices? Like if I want to switch from my phone to the PC, but have it be the same stream, how do you do that? It's been done. Christ used to do it all the time, but how do you fucking do that? Or can I not do that from the YouTube app? Answer me now. I'm calling back to the birds. Oh, there's still some more beer. Hold on. We're gonna put all this shit back. That's okay. You want some beer?
Yes, yes, I do.
Look at me, pour me just a little. Here, I'll just easier to do this. Glad you got these jugs. Good move.
Yes,
There we go. Okay, what's going on? I don't know what Totem and Cass are talking about. Well, you have to use the right apps, and I don't think the YouTube app will let you. All right, so I can't switch from YouTube app on a phone to
YouTube on a PC.
not just YouTube, but StreamYards on a PC. I can't. I mean, I'll try. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. But I was always curious about that because I remember like Todd would be out and about in Prism, then he'd come back, and I think he would do StreamYards. Maybe it wasn't StreamYards, maybe it was regular YouTube. He would switch, like he'd kill one device, turn the other one on, but it would be the same continuous stream. I don't know. Dumb, it's might have. I might HAVE, might have, not might of, or might apostrophe VE, might have, might have, not OF. Come on, man. Streamlabs, can't remember. All right, I'll look into it. I'll look into Streamlabs and Prism and all that shit some other time, if I feel like it, or not. We're going on almost 3 hours, so I'll wait a few more minutes. We'll get a 3-hour mark. We'll clean this shit up. Yeah. I just want to see if I can transition. If not, I think Brother Clique is tired. You have to work today.
Yes, I do.
You got to work tomorrow, right?
Yes, I do.
You're off Monday now, you think, right?
Correct.
But your schedule hasn't been finalized, right?
No.
Yeah, but see, Dumb, I don't know if I log into YouTube, maybe. What if I usually go through StreamYard first. You know how StreamYards works. You go through StreamYard, which overrides your YouTube. I don't know if it's going to, well, we'll find out. I don't know if I can pull this up in StreamYards. I think you got to begin a stream in StreamYards. I don't know. I'll leave the hose on for now. I'll come back out in a little bit to make sure, it's...
I'll go recycle this. I'll bring this in.
All right, I'll come help you bring shit in. Well, I always thought it was deep-seated. Are you telling me I've been saying it wrong all these years? Yeah, if you pay for it, it might have that existing option, which I don't pay for. Well, we'll find out. I just don't want to get up. I'm lazy. I want to sit here and mope. It's actually, you're just like a good backdrop. It's an excuse to just sit around. Sun's still up. I need to dump this crap. All right, hold on. You tripped the light fantastic. Very nice. Did you wax rhapsodic while doing it? All right. Well, what do you want to do with these steak bones? Just dump on this. All right, we'll do that. These are the bones. What is it, dump?
No, that's the head.
Those will be gone by tomorrow. Something to... I might actually just soak some dishes directly. Hold on. Bye-bye, sweet. Hello, emptiness. It's hot at least.
Oh, there was this one tray thing that I was going to use, but actually let's see what's being said. He doesn't have it yet. As soon as the checks arrive, he'll celebrate. He gets all the 13. That's his cut. And I think he does have to pay income taxes on some of it. Why, thanks, James. I think I will.
What do you think you will?
He hopes I sleep well tonight.
Yes. Oh, one second.
I hope you have a great time down in Oz.
What I want to do. Hold on, yeah, hold on. Where's the silver? Oh, there it is. Hand me the Burgers of Ham. Oops. Oh, and the spatula. Or not the spatula, the tongs. Let's see what the starlings is.
Not much.
Hello, emptiness.
And the shot glass, too.
I was thinking of that. I forgot. Yeah. What are they saying? Is it about me?
Now they're not saying anything. Come on, people. We gave you 3 hours of entertainment.
Well, actually, I just rewatched this silver one too. Throw that out separate. Throw that over there.
Yeah, nice.
What's so damn funny?
James, why does everyone go quiet when Bro C is here?
Ah,
That's the way it is. I don't have the charisma of a Todd or a depressed unwanted man or an occupational clique. I'm just some worthless manlet, easily ignored. Yeah, okay, so I buzzed my hair a few months ago. It's at that point now where it's still too short for me to comb, but it's long enough to get messed up. So you guys keep commenting about the hair. I think mine is pretty good. It'll grow in a bit. Yep, the sunglasses are kind of my thing. Nice, and
I'll
yeah.
actually hose these off. We don't have to reuse them, but we'll have to put them inside.
Okay, yeah.
I'll just put that in the garbage bag tomorrow. I'll just let this dry and I'll just put it in a bag. I wonder, with all the juices on the deck, critters might come on the deck tonight.
Yeah. You miss having hair, James? I got some chest hair.
Because I got that wet by accident, so
Right. I will.
we'll let that dry overnight. I'll put it in the garbage bag.
Okay, yeah, no problem.
Yes, we don't have to reuse, but
Yeah, they're still good.
they're still guys.
Yeah.
Not trying to be like this.
It's not like they're ripped or
Oh yeah, if they were ripped or covered in like barbecue sauce or something,
Yeah.
there'd be no choice.
No, they're still
show you.
they're barely used.
I hosed out, yes, even though they had like chicken and
Raw
raw
chicken,
chicken, raw beef, hamburger beef, and steak, and all the seasonings. I hosed them out. I think they can be used one more time, recycled. They're still pretty
Yes,
cleanish.
Grilling season is just getting
Yeah, I hosed them off, so I think all the salmonella should be gone. I can hose them off again before we use them. What do you think, Starlings? You're gonna put that back there, and you can see what they.
Yeah, so
I'll put this over here. It's actually, yeah, I'll probably.
what does GG stand for?
Actually, hold the camera for a minute, or the phone, real quick. I'm just gonna do this. Here. Now you can put it back.
I don't think that has enough weight.
Okay, then put it
No,
back.
no, no. It's, there
There you go. Let's light a candle
yes,
for
yes.
I don't know, the veterans or the Constitution or.
Wait. Put that back. I'll tell you when to stop. I'll tell you. Go up, go down, go down. Stop. I have an idea. Oh, okay, that's it.
And we're lighting a candle for
dumb.
No, for the days before this big, beautiful abomination.
Okay. So GG stands for good game.
Okay.
When they type GG.
Okay. Have they typed that before?
Well, yeah, James said I would have just thrown those away, but GG, but good game.
Well, I would too if they were, like I said, covered in shit or you know,
crinkled or
holes in them. Barbecue sauce or they're ripping. I'm only reason because they were. All they did was hold some seasoning and some raw meat.
Yeah.
So if you hose them off, it shouldn't be that big a deal.
I was supposed to put more raw meat in them anyway.
Yes.
Yeah. Gotta get some pork belly.
Clean this off and put this back in our. Hose this off here. Yes. You can stay there. I want it here.
Yes, that's a good call, buddy.
Oh, this is from our old mailbox, and it still works. It'll fit in our new mailbox. I just wanted to hose it out. It just, you know, it's like a slider thing. You put mail on so you can slide it forward to grab your mail. New mailbox doesn't have it, so I should put that. I was going to hose it off. I never got around to it because I'm a lazy fuck. But I'll use that as the, there we go, the backdrop. How's that? You can tell me what they're saying. I'm going to sit over here because I want my beer. He's using my beer as a prop for the phone, which I don't like.
So James asking, who's all the lurkers? Don't know. We just randomly stream.
Who do you think? Tell him to take a guess. Who does he think lurks? I think. Wait, do you have my other vape?
Yeah.
No, I mean,
oh yeah, yeah.
The broccoli vape. Give me the broccoli vape. Does he think Christ is here? We don't know. Did Christ go to see his parents, or he doesn't go till Sunday? Does he think Christ is here?
Yeah, I mean, we'll never know.
We'll never know. Who knows?
Because, you know,
it's only 8 people. That's not much.
Sometimes we have like 15, but only like 5 people chat, so we don't know. Thomas White, are you guys incels?
Yeah, I think it's safe to say enough time has gone by. Yeah. People try to argue and debate what is or isn't an incel. I don't think it means virgin. I think if you're involuntary celibate for a long enough time, and not one of these, I just broke up with my girlfriend yesterday, I'm such an incel. No, it's got to be a significant amount of time, but sure. Although some might say I'm a near cell, but to me, it's all the same thing. So arguing it seems like some of those kids on that damn website get a little too
semantics,
like teenagers. Yeah, they're So yes, basically yes, we're cells, mental cells, ugly cells, manlet cells, whatever you want to call us. He's a manlet cell. They can't see me. He's a manlet cell. They say a mental cell because I'm a spurg. Neither of us are particularly good looking. Yeah.
No. He can't hold the job. I can hold shit jobs and don't provide anything. Just wastes.
Yes, the bathroom. Also, this fucking yard. It takes forever. I hope our lawnmower holds out. It's another reason to get out of here because we're tired of all this. You want to talk about the lamp? Are you talking about something important? Because we might as well mention the fucking lamp.
No, I mean, Parker Peters failed genuine romantic effort for a significant period of time.
Yes, I agree.
That's his take. But yeah, but anyway,
yes.
In the kitchen, there's this one ceiling light. But it's not.
We actually had to rebuild it a few years ago.
I'll have to do a video showing what it is because it's not a normal light. And then when he went to some sort of lamp place, they looked and they said, "Oh wow, this was only available in the South in like the late '80s, early '90s. It's a really weird, bizarre thing." But we got some wires. We jerry rigged it. The shade it's a plastic shade which is cracking to pieces and keeps falling down.
It's held in place by like 3 screws. Well, now 2 because once
we managed to get it back up, but it's only a matter of time before it's a piece of garbage, and an electrician to come in and fix the whole thing.
Not really. We got to replace the whole lamp or to get out of this house before we get to that point. Because what happened? I had to re-rig that lamp. It's on a hook. It's on a chain. It hangs down. It's really weird. I think I had to rebuild the inside. I had to put a new socket. All this shit. That was a few years back, and I got it done. And now the plastic lampshade, just from years, because when you turn the light on, there's heat on that plastic. It's cracking apart with time, and I don't think you can buy a replacement. It's very unusual.
So Thomas White asks, does it bother you being single?
Well, Thomas White should watch more of my shit. That's kind of the least of my problems. That was Dumb's problem. That was what's his name, DBF's problem. I got bigger problems. Like, how am I going to survive? I can't seem to hold a job. I've had people try to kill me. I was strangled in a liquor store. I was almost run over in a parking lot by a black bitch. I can tell you these stories. I've had people just want to get rid of me for no reason. I'm more concerned about, I guess if I were a millionaire or if I were a NEET, then yeah, maybe I'd start saying, man, how come I can't get a girlfriend? It's not top priority, not top concern for me. So yeah, it bothers me, but it's not my primary concern. I am not, depressed, unwanted man. I'm not, what's his name, destroyed by foids. Yeah, it's bothersome, but it's not my main concern in life.
There are other bothers.
I get bigger problems. I'm over 40. I'm worried about my future. I want to NEET. That's what I got out of Todd. I'm like, this man's. I think Dumb saw Todd and he thought, I'm going to lose weight and get a girlfriend. I saw Todd and I said, shit, this guy says it's okay to NEET. That's what I want to do. I'm a Spur. I got diagnosed as a Spurg and other things, ADHD, PTSD. What was it? Minor alcohol. Avoidant personality disorder. So yeah, I'm just
slight gender confusion. What about you, James? When are you going to stream from Australia? Give us an Australian stream and let us know. Doesn't have to be tomorrow or the next day, but just say, hey, August 15th, August 16th, I'm going to do a stream. Let us know, and we can watch you stream from the Outback or wherever you are in Australia. All right, Thomas White, you wish you could be a NEET. Are you currently employed? Just
ask him his stats. Yeah, how old are you and where are you from? What state?
What state are you from?
You're an American or are you from Korea?
Where do you live? Where are you from? How old are you? What's your gender, your age? Come on. We know nothing about you.
And you also ask him, how do you find... we're happy... All are welcome. What brings you here? People have mentioned your name before.
Other people have mentioned.
I call them starlings. These people come into my chat, I call them starlings, like the bird. Other starlings mention you, but I don't think we've ever met before. So yeah, how old are you? Where are you from? What brings you?
He says, I don't want to participate in this society anymore. Fair enough. But what are you doing right now? How do you pay the rent? Unless are you living?
Yeah, we're not asking for your address. We're just asking for basic details.
Your age, your gender, your ethnic background, where you live.
You're a white guy, black guy. You're an American. You're Canadian. I can't.
Says I live in Minnesota. 40 years old, white dude. Okay, because I live in New Jersey. I'm a white guy. I will be 40 later this year, so we're the same age. Unless are you going to turn 41, or did you turn 40 already?
Yeah, was he born 84, 85?
Yeah, yes. So Dumb doesn't want to stream, but he wants to join this stream. Oh wow, Thomas White says he's 6'3" and has a roasty girlfriend.
Well, congratulations.
Yeah, that's not too bad. And I guess you live with your girlfriend. She supports you, or do you have a crap job? I mentioned I have a crap part-time job at a grocery store. I fry up chicken. And I cook ribs in the oven. I make food, basically. So I just wage slave at a crappy grocery store. I don't have a girlfriend currently. Probably can't get one because I have a crap job.
While you're talking, I want some of this.
All right, Thomas White, you live in Minnesota. You're 6'3", you're a white dude. You have a girlfriend.
Yeah, because that's not well, first of all, Dumb claimed he was 6'2", and he was the same height as me, and I'm only 5'9". You can go, if you want, you don't have to watch the videos. You can go look at some of the thumbnails for my videos. I met Dumb in real life, and so when people say they're 6'3", I raise an eyebrow. Are you really 6'3"? Because Dumb told me he was 6'2", and I swear he's only 5'11". I'm 5'9". I don't lie about my height, and Dumb was like an inch or so taller than me. So, yes. But yeah, you got to be a tall fag now just to get a roasty girlfriend. Yeah. Whereas a man lit like this,
Once again, so Mr. White, do you live with your girlfriend, or do you both
Yeah,
have
because
your own places?
you work in a grocery store. Where's Thomas
Yeah.
White work?
Or does your girlfriend support you? Does your family support you?
Because he said he wants to neat, but he's not neating.
Yeah, okay, that's a good
Okay,
point.
so
So
where do you
yeah.
work? Yeah, who supports you? Your parents, your girlfriend? You work? You have a job? And do you have a diagnosis? Like I was
Oh,
diagnosed with
good
a slew.
call. Yeah.
I can share it again. One of my videos. I've got a ton of shit. I'll put it up again. I have autism, ADHD, a bunch of other shit. I have the diagnosis. Do you have an official diagnosis? I went to a neuropsych to get my diagnosis.
Okay, so the girlfriend doesn't live with you. Do you own a house or a condo? Do you have an apartment? Do you have roommates? Are you on your own? Do you live with a sibling? Do you have any kids? Does your girlfriend have any kids?
He reminds me of Nostalgia Bash. Nostalgia Bash is like a girlfriend. I'm not sure if they live together or not. She's a nurse, and he reminds me of Nostalgia Bash. He's got the girlfriend.
Yeah.
Nostalgia Bash
He's
is
also
in.
from Minnesota,
No,
right?
he's from Michigan.
Oh, Michigan. My
The
mistake.
My Little Pony guy.
He's a janitor.
Yes, that's right. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, okay. And now, Mr. White, would you like to live with your girlfriend or get a place with her someday, or not really? You've all gotten quiet.
We're asking the questions we ask everybody. Don't feel singled out. I asked you a simple question. We're not asking your personal address.
We're not
just
going to
asking
hunt you down and look you
for
up.
someone
We
who
just
says
wanna
doesn't even
know-
care. Yeah, okay, so you got a girlfriend. You don't live together. You live with your parents. You live with a roommate. You live with a sibling. You live by yourself. You make enough money to support yourself. You work a job.
Hey, you want a need.
Yeah.
So is there a need, or is it just a flow? Like, do you have a very nice job? Do you work in finance, make $100,000 a year, and you're just tired of that, or do you wage slave, or do you live off an inheritance or something? Like, what is your desire to be a NEET? Like, I mean, he mentioned the attempts on his life. He's never been able to hold a job. He has a lot of social issues. Me, I can only hold crap jobs. But Mr. White, do you have a nice job? Are you financially sound? Do you have a nice 401k? Okay, so James is asking how long he's been with his girlfriend. Me Banks wants to know if he's exclusive. So Thomas White says he's unemployed. Now, Mr. White, do you have a background? Like, are you an electrical engineer? Are you a teacher? Are you a chef? Or you just go from crap job to crap job?
Like me, I just go from crap job to crap job. You can, if you want to go back and watch the videos, feel free. I just don't feel like repeating it all. I recently got fired from an auto parts place, and I quit a job at a grocery store because I felt I was getting too old for it. But I'm getting a payout from the lawsuit with the grocery place when the guy threatened me and the boss took his side. But I got a police report. So anyway, what is your background story? Have you ever worked? You've always been a NEET? You live with your parents? Do you get unemployment? Did you have a job? He owns a house, apparently.
Wow.
He sounds like dumb now. He sounds like dumb.
Wow, you're doing quite well, Mr. White.
What was your job? Did you quit your job to sell your house the way James did? Or what was your job? What was your line?
What is your background? What is your expertise? Do you sell insurance? Do you work construction? Okay, so what was that good job? And if you quit it years ago, what have you been doing?
And he had enough savings to live off all these years? He was able to buy his own house? We're impressed.
Yeah. What was your good job, and why did you decide to leave it? That's always been like my thing. I can maintain crap jobs. If I ever had a good job, I had a unique job. I don't really want to say. Why not?
Well, for how long? And he was able to live off the right.
Yeah. Because if I had a good job, I'd keep it, because at least with a good job, I could afford this world.
What is Dumb saying?
Jump says, at Thomas White, you said you don't mind being doxxed. And we don't want to dox you or find out who you really are. We just want some basic information. So you had a nice job, nice enough to buy a house, and apparently lucrative enough to quit and just live off savings.
Did you quit, or were you fired and you got unemployment plus your savings,
or was there an on-the-job accident? You injured yourself.
Yeah. So yeah,
how have you been able to live without working for the past several years?
By the way, we could probably add that chicken. We could probably add some barbecue sauce to it.
Yeah. Oh yes. That sounds good.
I was thinking that might help give it a.
Yes. Yes, one of the recipes I saw, there was a bit more involved. Like, you cook it for a bit, then you put a little barbecue sauce on it, cook it, take it, put more barbecue sauce. Put this like a back and forth, and then but that's a little too involved.
Dumb is still number 1. Where's my 2 and 3? There's no break to it? Is that what it says?
I'm not trying to dox myself. There's no benefit to it.
No, we're not trying to dox you. We asked what your job was. How were you able to live off it all those years? Like, how much money? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, because you own a house.
If you were working in retail, you wouldn't be able to do this. So it's like,
what was this good job that had you buy a house?
And did you quit? Did you get unemployment? You were fired?
He said he quit the job.
So he had enough savings from this job to live off for free?
What job is this, and how do you pay the electricity without having a job for several years?
Property taxes, yeah.
Yeah. That doesn't. So he says, I worked a good job for years, basically always have done whatever I want, lived aimlessly most of my life. That doesn't answer the question, what is your background? What is this job? And you can be very, very vague. You could say finance, you can say computers, you could say insurance. So you did something.
Government.
Okay, government, or law enforcement, whatever.
Because he's only 40 years old. So how long did he have this job? He's able to say,
unless Thomas White, did you serve in the military? James, so James, he's asking Thomas White, how do you feel about Western decline, talking about not working for so long, and now he's working? No calls.
That magpie was back on. Okay.
Yes.
I'll probably do one more hose off.
We want to learn more about Thomas White and his background. Like, he's trying to sell his house, but it sounds like he doesn't need to.
If he doesn't work, how does he have all his money saved up?
Did you win the lottery? Did you inherit a lot of money so you quit? Reconnecting? Oh, you're alive? Okay.
Was someone trying to kick us off? The military guy is trying to get us kicked off?
Okay, he says he worked in manufacturing.
Okay.
All right.
For how many years? Like, he's been unemployed for enough years now that he still has enough money saved up?
Yeah, so let's talk about paying your utilities, paying your property
tax, all that shit.
Because you did say years. Now that could be 2, it could be 12. We don't know. But you quit your job. You haven't been working. Do you have an income stream? Do you have investments or dividends, or did you get an inheritance, or did you go to a casino and win $50,000? How are you able to afford your life, or are you now out of savings and saying, "Oh crap, I gotta make some moves"?
Like for instance, I'm gonna hose off one more time. Like, you look at James, who quit his job as a truck driver, and he was getting nervous. He was running out of money. He needs to sell his house for the money, and he was only out of work for less than a year. How are you able to? You had so much money saved up. Your manufacturing job was that good. How do you have all this? We're asking, how are you able to live off this all these years?
Okay, so your girlfriend takes care of you. So, did you meet your girlfriend when you were still working? And okay, why does she take care of you? Did she meet you when you had a job, and then you quit the job, and she still cares for you? Or did she meet you when you were unemployed? Like, what's the
I got
dynamic
one more
there?
beer. It's still kind of nice.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I'm also so his property bill is due. He hands it to his girlfriend, even though she doesn't live there.
Yeah. Or does she just give you money? And why is that the situation? Okay, so you've known her for years. Did you start dating while you were employed, or did you start dating when you were unemployed? And again, what does she do? If her job is so good, is it also manufacturing, or is it finance, or government? It's just a very generic answer. What does she do? Okay, you lived cheap. You had roommates for years. Did your roommates live in the house with you? And do you still have roommates? So I guess you were just a frugal guy, is what you're kind of saying. But now with this house, do you co-own it or is it your house? You own it? Okay, so she works in medicine. That can be very lucrative. All right. So she.
I mean, did he own this? Did he buy this house when he was still working, or
Well,
did he have roommates at
yeah,
this house? It's like,
yeah, I know. I'm trying to follow the story. I can understand. You get a job in manufacturing. You have a bunch of roommates, young guys, living the bachelor life. When did you eventually buy this house? And when you bought the house, did you have roommates? Did you have tenants
unless
pay rent?
did you buy this house, or was it like given to you? It belonged to your grandmother or
Did you
something?
inherit the
You inherit
house?
yeah.
Yeah.
This is a Corona.
Yes.
That's Spanish for crown.
And not to pry, we just want things to make sense. To say, "Oh, I hate this world. I want to eat." Oh, I gotta sell my house.
Yeah.
Wait a second. If you can buy a house, why would you want to eat? Like you're driving us nuts with this stuff, guys. Like, so, you had a good job in manufacturing. So much. It was such a good job. You could buy a house and live off the savings for years. Why not just keep that job? Or why'd you quit it?
And why not you got sell the house and like move into a little apartment or something? I mean, you have money for you. You're basically a neat.
I mean,
What you're describing, you're effectively a neat. Neat means you're not in education or employment or training. If you have that kind of money saved up, whether it's coming from mommy and daddy or from your manufacturing job or the government or the lottery, you're a neat. You're not working, but you're still, you know. So you basically are a neat. You're just you don't have neat bucks from the government, but what you describe is you're a neat. You're not working and you're still alive, supporting yourself because you had enough money saved up.
Yes.
So you kind of are a neat if you're not working, but
Yeah, we're not talking about the joys or sadness from owning a house. You say it sucks, great. But at one point in time, you were so financially sound, you could buy a house, and you did. Now, do you...
Or was he given the house?
Oh, yeah, okay. So how did you come about acquiring this house? Do you have roommates, or is it just you alone in the house? And what made you quit your job? Okay, fine. It's a shitty house. How did you acquire this shitty house? Yeah, dumb also says owning a house is garbage wonderful.
That's dumb. We know you own a house. We've seen it millions of times. In fact, we were there.
Yes.
Okay, thank you, dumb. You're asking your boy Thomas White about, how he ended up with a house for someone who it doesn't work, but
Yeah, I know.
apparently has so much money saved up.
Okay, fine, it's pointless. But at one point in time, you came into possession of a house.
Yeah, why is White being so
obtuse,
elusive? Yeah.
so obfuscated. Did you buy this?
We're not
house?
asking you your address. We're not asking what type of house it is. All we're saying is, when did you get this house? You were still working then? How were you able to afford this house? Yeah, maybe it sucks owning a house, but you were able to somehow get a house. How'd you get the house? If you're not working, you still have the money to pay the fucking mortgage, or if you don't have a mortgage, you're paying the property taxes, or what? Something doesn't make sense here.
Because it seems like you're a failed normie. Let's see.
He's got a girlfriend, a really good job, and yeah, he owns a house.
So working all the time, being a slave to a company is pointless without a family.
It's starting to sound like AI, like he's just spouting out like fortune cookies now.
Yeah. So you had a good job in manufacturing. So again, did you buy the house on your own accord, or did you inherit the house? It's a simple one-word answer. You can type bought, or you can type inherited. How did you obtain this house, Mr. White? Okay, you're happy being a bum. That's great. How did you acquire the house you currently live in? Did you take out a mortgage from a bank and go buy the house, or did you inherit the house from a family member? Or are you living with grandma, or is that the case? Grandma needed care. Okay, you'd rather be poor than work all the time. Still, how did you acquire this house? And again, you could even lie to us. You could say you inherited it, and we'd take you at face value. You could say you bought it. We'd take it at face value. Or, like, did your great aunt Gertrude need help? Okay. My brother and I bought it years ago. So now the story... Okay, so... Whose idea was it? Who owns
the house? It's still in both their names. Okay, another onion layer comes off.
Now, is your brother older or younger? Does he also work in manufacturing? Was it his idea, your idea? So you and your brother said, let's buy a house. And you guys bought a house. Okay, you don't have contact with most of your family. What happened to your brother?
How old were they when they bought the house?
Okay, so I'm surprised, Thomas White. I've heard your name before. I thought you were older, but you're my age. You said you're 40. You're either born in 84 or 85. We don't really know. I was born in 85. I'm going to be 4. So we're the same age. Is your brother older than you? Like my brother's older, or is your brother younger? And what is his background? I just want to delve a little into the Thomas White story.
I heard a firework.
Yeah.
Yes. Actually, it might rain. Maybe.
Yeah, no, it seems a little cloudy. He's slightly younger. Okay. So at one point in time, you were working a manufacturing job, which provided a nice life for you. You were living in an apartment or a house with a bunch of roommates, being frugal. Maybe your brother lived at home. Maybe he lived with his own roommates and said, hey, you know what? Let's buy a house. Or you said, let's buy a house. Okay, he moved away. He has a family now. Okay, we're not there yet. So at one point in time, you and your brother say, let's buy a house. And you both buy this house. And I would imagine the two of you lived there by yourselves.
Well, they bought it together, or was it in your name or your name or his name? Does your brother actually own the house? Do you both co-own it? Who actually owns?
Yes, yes. I'm assuming, is this a ranch house or what's the situation? You have to go nice and slow. We're very dense. We're alcoholics. Okay, so Thomas White and Brother White decide to buy a house, and they do.
Together?
We still don't know. Whose name is on the mortgage? Is it just you? Is it just him? Is it both of you? Are you co-owners? Did you buy him out? So, but we're kind of jumping ahead. We're jumping ahead here. So, at one point in time, you and your brother moved into a house. Who owned the house? Just you, just him, or the both of you? Or did your parents have to co-sign? Oh.
The White's house.
Dun dun dun.
Here's the fireworks.
Yes.
Still going off. It's actually kind of coolish out here, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's cooling down. It's a little chilly. This isn't a hot summer night. This is like, This is more like late August, early September weather. It's like, it's like the end of summer weather.
Yes.
So did Thomas White tell us about his housing situation?
No, it's been silent. I think we all want to learn.
Yes.
I think we bring out this, and we point out the mystery, and these other starlings wouldn't think about that.
Right.
They would just say, okay, you have a house, how nice. Oh, wait a second. You want to eat and you hate this world, that you can own a house.
Yes.
If you can own a house, you'd be a lot better off.
What is Cassandra saying?
She says, what's your typing words per minute? And what does TW stand for, Cassandra?
Thomas White. She's asking Thomas White, what is Christ?
Those are his initials.
His initials, my God, buddy. Thomas White, what's your typing words per minute? I think he's deliberately not typing. We asked him about the house. He and his brother both owned it?
And these are all vague. So we
vague,
don't know,
we
don't know who you are. You're in Minnesota somewhere. You and your brother bought a house or acquired a house somehow.
Right. We can go in a minute and see if we can move this over to the other computer.
Yes.
Cassandra says, yes, he's being terse. Dog pill. Dog pill is just saying some nonsense. Cassandra, you're number 2 all of a sudden. I didn't do that. You're number 2 crown. Yes. Cassandra likes your line of questioning, Brother Clique. She wants to know more about Thomas White, but Thomas White has gone silent. He's gone mum.
Is that him?
There he is. I bought him out years ago. Okay, so
what we can glean from that is at one point Thomas White and Brother White bought a house.
Together, both the names are on the deed.
We'll assume 50-50. They both went in. And, they had their own place. Living with your brother, I understand. That's a little different than roommates. So you lived with your brother for a few years. You did your thing. He did his thing. But then at some point, I guess he met a woman, fell in love, wanted to have a family. And, of course, they went their own way. So you bought him out. So Thomas White, at one point in time, had a job in manufacturing, which was so lucrative he could put in for half a mortgage and also later on buy out his brother. So Mr. White owns a house all by his lonesome, which is pretty good. But he quit his job several years ago. And how does he, pay the utilities?
How long have they owned this house, him and his brother? He bought his brother out years ago. So they bought a house together. At some point, Thomas White bought out the brother.
Yeah, the use of years is vague. Like, you quit your job years ago. You bought the house years ago. We're going to need a more solid timeline. Oh, Cass is number 2 now.
Yep.
And also, Thomas White, your girlfriend taking care of you. Do you just ask her for money? Does she just give you money? How does that work? Does she write the checks? And does she have children?
Thomas White is playing me banks.
Yeah, I know.
Pretend he's not answering. Pretending he's not here.
Yeah, because this whole neat life. James, at one point in time, said he wanted to neat. Despite that, he's a worker bee. He has to have a job. He has to always be doing something. Even when he was unemployed, he was fixing a door or how he's a worker bee. James is not suited to neat. He has to be doing something all the time. Todd had a good job at a library. Despite the fact he had a nice job, he never found the wife and the kids in that suburban life, and it broke his mind. He went nuts. So, not achieving the quote-unquote American dream broke him down, and he found his way to needing somehow. Thomas White, you seem to sound like you're in that vein. She buy and food and pay. Okay, so your girlfriend pays for everything. She's old. You're 40. Give us a give it. Is she in her 50s or 60s or 70s? How old is the broad you date? But also, again, you had a good job. It paid you well. Oh, your phone's dimming. It was only at 15%.
All right, I'll keep talking. We'll give him another few
Yeah,
minutes.
so I guess, Thomas White, you had a good job, but you didn't have a wife and kids, and you broke down. But now you have this older woman taking care of you, and you have your own house. You seem to be pretty well off.
He wants to gamble and golf every day. He doesn't have enough money. That doesn't answer the question.
Ooh.
Who pays the, if the girlfriend is living with him, who pays like the property tax bill? If there's still a mortgage, like those bills come in, your girlfriend writes a check? I guess.
Yeah.
I hear fireworks. Let's see.
Yeah, I know.
Let's see if we can transition something. Give me a minute.
I'll get the bottle.
Yes. I'll go over to the computer. We'll see if we can. I'm going to try this to see if I can keep the stream going. While switching devices, because apparently my phone is down to 15%. Now, Kevin Mebanks, the bill comes in the mail for either property taxes or the mortgage. Someone has to write out a check and pay it. That's what we were asking. All right. Okay, I'm in the middle of a live. Let's see what happens. I'm going to try StreamYard. Now I'm looking here on StreamYard. I see past streams, but I don't see current stream.
Nice thing. How many beer cans over there? No.
No.
I haven't seen.
Yeah, Thomas White, that's nice, but you're jumping ahead too much. You're getting lucky here because I'm going to have to restart the stream now. Oh, is there any way? Hold on. Yeah, I don't know how to. It's interesting. I don't know how to pick this up on StreamYard. Yeah, and Thomas White, you're not off the hook there. We're asking you about. You didn't answer about the house. You're going on about. Oh, I just want. You're giving us generalizations. All right, I don't think I can just take this over. Hold on. Damn. Yeah, these are ended. It doesn't tell me upcoming. Does it tell me? All right, I'll probably make another stream real quick. Christ, I have no idea how we link this. I'm not seeing the seats. I'm not seeing it anywhere.
That's interesting.
What should I call this one?
I don't know.
Damn.
Continuation stream. I
How's that?
liked it.
All right, let's create this new stream. Why not? And I'll probably end this one in a minute. Damn, how do I charge this damn phone up?
Yes.
All right, with that, we'll stream here for just a little bit. Let's bring that over. All right, okay. Now here, I'll post it in a minute. Hold on, let me get this. Where the hell is this? There we go. Let's do that. Hold on.
Just to know how you do it. We're just
I'm trying to find a fucking link. There we go. There we go. I can post this here. I'll continue this briefly on this other damn thing. I'll continue this briefly on this other damn thing. I'll continue this briefly. Look at that back. Oh well. Okay.